Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raccoon, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Is he a raccoon? Like, just, but like, you know, that's his final form?
He's just a big dude. That's it.
Yeah, Raccoon the raccoon.
What are you, fucking stupid?
Or is he like a raccoon vacuum? And that's what a vacuum
It's getting
and a
worse as it goes along.
Crazy.
Listen, I'm trying to decipher his name. His name isn't Raccoon for no reason.
I think Raccoon's probably a dish somewhere in some random part of Asia. That's
Yeah.
why
I do not. I do kind of like. He is the one where I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Even
what's
when
a
I was a
raccoon?
kid, when I understood, like, I remember when I was a kid and somebody told me it's like, oh, like Kakarot is carrot and Vegeta is vegetable. And I'm like, oh, cool, that's funny.
I mean, that was lost for years for
super
Gohan.
clever.
Yeah. I mean,
I
it's
was like,
cute.
what's Gohan for years? And I was like, oh, it means rice.
Yeah.
Well, later in my life, I was like,
But I
oh,
knew that, and then Raccoon shows up, and you're like,
What's a
what the
Goten?
fuck is that, huh?
What's a Goten?
Well, they just gave up at that point, clearly.
There's Go, and then you got there's
10 of them.
There's 10 hairs, but it looks like there's more hair because it looks like Goku's hair, but there's only 10.
Oh, ew. Like,
Have you seen the guy with the special afro?
one strand of Goku's hair is actually one of those big... That's
Yes.
fucking disgusting,
That's
dude.
the same.
It's just pure keratin. It's like a horn. It's like a soft-ish horn.
I would respect that a lot more because, you know, they're aliens. Like, why do they have to have fucking hair like us?
Yeah.
They're so far away. They're in, like, multiple fucking galaxies away, probably.
That did always bother me about the premise.
Are
of-
they in the same galaxy?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
That did always bother me with, like, Superman and other things like that, where it would be like, here's an alien, but he looks exactly like him. I'm like,
There's no difference.
I'll believe it because I have no choice, really. Otherwise, I'm just
yeah.
gonna. Otherwise, it's a non-starter immediately.
It's-
but this is dumb.
All it means is that like life has to look like white people.
Yeah.
That's all it means. Is that life has to be human looking. Or else
do
it's
you know who
impossible.
created Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whoever... yeah.
Netanyahu?
Greg Schuster
Yeah.
and Joe Stiegel, I think their names are. I'm messing it up a little bit, but
Joe Beagle?
Schuster,
Schuster
and
Spiegel? Schuster Beagle?
They're two Jewish fellas. I know that.
Is that
So
real?
Is it Schuster Beagle?
Is that real?
I forgot Joe Schuster. I think and Jim Siegel. I think that's
Jim
their name.
Siegel.
Stiegel.
Okay, whatever. So, like, these two Jewish gentlemen.
Yeah, two Jewish fellas.
Well, that actually doesn't work at all. I was going to suggest how to fix him, but now that might actually be insensitive.
Yeah,
because it was going to be
yeah.
about his nose, and then, you know, that kind of, it doesn't work anymore.
It's probably not wise to talk about specifically two Jewish gentlemen
Jewish
right now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Star Trek podcast, the only show where Superman is Jewish. Yeah, there he is. That's his favorite. What?
I think he's always kind of been Jewish coded.
Superman?
I mean, he was made by them.
I feel like Spider-Man's more Jewish coded than Superman.
Oh, sure. New York Jewish.
I think Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
I think Spider-Man's always been like New York Italian.
New York
Or like
Italian?
some sort of mutt white boy. He's like some sort of like white mutt.
He's
like,
definitely a white mutt. He's a mudblood white.
he's just like, I'm a white person in New York. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm a
I think there's a
white
comic
boy.
of him saying shalom a long
But
time
he's
ago.
also praised to Jesus though more than once.
Does he?
Yeah. I have a few comics where he does pray.
Well, maybe he's a
When
little...
things are so bad, he's like, I have to.
Oh, he's not
for him. When things are so bad for him, he prays, which
Yeah.
is astronomically bad.
That's got to be a crazy bad situation.
So in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this
Universe?
Marvel Comic Universe, there
There is a Yahweh.
has he ever been interacted with? This is something that I like.
Yahweh is like Odin and shit. So like that's not the like divine creator, but that's like
You
an
said
entity.
is like Yodin?
Odin.
Odin?
Yeah.
My brain
Yodin.
is fucking
Yodin.
fried right now, dude.
But it's like that. So
Yodin.
like there are things that are effectively gods, but they're just like extra old beings that are crazy powerful that were on Earth a long time ago.
But it's just not. But there's not like an actual character.
There's a divine entity, like a on
Does
a
he have-
cosmic
d-
scale,
does he-
like Spider-Man can't. He met him once technically, I think, but like
So, but he's asking, like, does he have dialogue? Does he ever speak?
yeah,
My son.
he actually met
He's ever-
Spider-Man. Yeah, he actually met Spider-Man once.
That's so fucking ridiculous.
After
I need to see this.
Aunt May, after
I hate
Aunt
comic
May,
books, man.
I didn't
God,
see
that's
it.
so stupid.
I think it's a really good comic. I
Yeah,
think
great.
It's a beautiful comic.
Peter Parker meets God.
See,
was it after 9/11? After that 9/11 comic?
No, that was dumb. I thought that was dumb because Doctor Doom was there helping.
That's
I'm like,
not
why
nearly-
is Doctor Doom here helping?
Well, that's
he is a
stupid.
terrorist.
That's stupid, but that's not that. Even that's not nearly as dumb as Spider-Man talking to God. I don't know, man.
I think what happens is that he meets. So after Aunt May gets shot and he's going like his worst moments.
Aunt May gets shot.
Damn, that's
I mean,
crazy.
how would-
Her
how-
too?
How would she not get shot? Like, but they found it with Spider-Man. It was up. It was like, oh, Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Who shot her?
Kingpin hired someone to
Joe
shoot
Chill.
Spider-Man. That's
Joe Chill.
crazy. That'd be insane. It's the same nigga.
The Joe
Aunt
Chill.
May's just in the Gotham alley all of a sudden, and she's like, "What's going on? Oh no!"
He killed
Joe Chill.
Batman's
He
parents.
killed his parents in cold blood. He didn't mean to though. Actually, he didn't kill him in cold blood. But
Whatever.
He did kill him.
Whatever. Yeah, there's always a
Shifted through
story.
the-
He breaks through an alleyway with his gun, with his pistol.
Deary, do you need help? Boom! He just fucking.
Boom.
So wait.
Like in fucking Cyberpunk, when David shoots the guy like 13 times, it is like the gun flash going off in the lower part of his body.
That's pretty. That's hard.
Yeah.
I like
so Aunt May gets shot by Kingpin.
Aunt May gets after that. this is after Civil War.
Aunt
This is when
May.
Spider-Man reveals that he is Peter
I'm gonna
Parker.
shoot you now.
I'm gonna shoot you now.
I think it was a good moment because it's after Civil War. It's after Peter reveals he's Spider-Man. He ends up like being like, Tony, you're going a little too far. I can't fuck with you. So they have a spat. Peter Parker leaves that side and he goes and he meets Captain America and he's like, look, I know I fucked up. I was really trying to do things the best way, but things got out of hand. He was like, dude, I don't blame you. He's like, hey, you have to get hidden because people know who you are. So get your family out of the New York City, like out of the city immediately. They can't be here. While he's kind of corralling things at a motel, Kingpin hires a sniper to try to kill Peter Parker. What happens is that Peter gets out the way with MJ, but in getting out the way, Aunt May ends up getting shot. And then Aunt May is on her dying bed. And all this moment, Peter's like wallowing because, you know.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this when he beats the living piss out of Kingpin?
Yeah, it's right before that. No, it's right after that.
Right after that?
It's
Is that the one where he, like,
It's back in
and-
black. Yeah, he goes
and
and he
he-
takes off his fucking shirt and everything and he
beats
fights
the
him as a
living
person.
piss out of
He
him.
beats Kingpin so bad, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing that comic panel.
And then he freaking grabs him with his webbed fucking tactical fingers, and he's like holding him. He's like, "I could kill you right now, and no one can do anything." This whole prison full of people couldn't stop me from killing you.
I remember.
And
I
was like,
remember all
"Damn."
of this. Yeah, I do actually remember this.
But
Yeah.
but afterwards he goes and he's like,
I feel like that moment is a little undercut by the fact that he talks to God
"Well, no,
immediately after.
it's a beautiful moment." He meets a cosmic entity. He probably doesn't know it's God. He's Spider-Man. He's probably like, "This is a thing."
Cthulhu
I mean, a
or
cosmic
something?
entity. So he's like, he's meeting him, and
Is
he's
that what he
like.
said?
Yeah, why
And
not?
he's like,
That's
he's
awesome.
talking to him, and he's like, "Hey, well, you want to have a hot dog or something like that?" Just trying to have like a moment with him, and he's like, "Dude, what would you do?" And he's like, "I give up all my powers right now to like save Aunt May."
You are.
And so it's a beautiful moment.
I understand
And
what-
then he shows him a beach full of people, and he's like, "What do you think this is?" And he's like, "I don't really know. I can't really tell." And he looks at him, and it's
Target
like a beach
practice.
full of people. That's crazy. But he shows him a beach, and he's like, "These are all people that you have saved directly. You have directly saved this many people. Would you give that all up to save Aunt May?" And Peter's like, in a heartbeat, and he's like, "Well,
You're a
I'm
fucking
sorry."
cunt.
And he's like, "I'm sorry, man. This is how it is. Some people go. People have their times, you know."
So is
And-
so he's tripping on mushrooms?
Yeah,
Clearly.
mushrooms on a pizza. They got the wrong ones. They got. They fucking.
That's crazy. You got psilocybin,
Hey,
like
these
psycho.
fucking these mushrooms look very different.
God giving you
Put them on the fucking pizza. We gotta sell them.
God giving you psychoactive mushrooms is fucking
That's sick.
bananas. That is so crazy.
And you have no choice. He feeds them to you. Like, you know,
They're
you're like,
in your
you're
stomach.
trying to like, and it's going in. It's going.
Your hand goes too far. I'm sorry, I didn't know how you work. My apologies.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know.
It is kinda weird, but
it's just so crazy.
I think it's a
Look,
pretty moment. He doesn't remember.
There's
it,
the
obviously.
issue with a lot of comic book and a lot of not a lot of shows because shows don't go on as nearly as long as comics.
Yeah.
Or at least generally. But like the problem is that you're always gonna have a character that's like, I don't know, a Smurf or something. And he's like, "Oh, I'm good at I'm the banker Smurf. I'm good at handling accounting." And then by like issue number 500, he's like killing Cthulhu and like resurrecting the dead.
Yeah.
And like meeting Stanley or something in the sky. Like it just it can only escalate. And so it just gets ridiculous. Peter Parker should not be speaking to God under any circumstances. It's absurd.
I think that moment
Look,
is
man.
nice. I think I wouldn't exactly have because I mean he already meets a fact. He knows a God.
That's the thing too. It's like there's already gods. So like, what's going on in that? Like, is Tony Stark an atheist still?
I mean, he doesn't believe in like a Judeo god. He doesn't believe in a Judeo god, but like, because the gods in Marvel are not like gods how we as humans on Earth define them. They're just like really strong beings.
No, but well, I mean, what I'm saying is the only
like a god can walk down. Like we don't have a god. We have to have tangible like air quotes deities. They're just aliens, effectively.
I know, but what I'm saying is like the main reason why I think like a reasonable agnostic or atheist person wouldn't necessarily believe in the Christian God is because what is the likelihood? Like, what's the likelihood that we would know anything about this thing to the point where like we would know its preferences and like its opinions on stuff?
But that proves the opposite point at the same time.
No. But like the fact that Thor, there's all these stories about Thor existing and Thor does exist. Kind of like at that point you're like, oh well, maybe.
Well, yeah, that's
almost likely.
That's a concept he has, but like believing in like this omniscient, all powerful fucking sky Jewish guy in a book that's fucking made while he met Odin, another shaper of a world. It's like that's like. You know, it's like...
Well, at this point, I would just be like, okay, if I've met this nigga, where's anybody else?
Like, yeah, anything else could be possible.
Where are they? Where are they, though?
I don't believe in, like, the Bible God.
I mean,
I don't see why not at that point.
It can be open to a possibility, but at the point...
As him being the almighty, that's the thing. Like, him being a powerful thing, like a thing that exists, that's one likely thing. But him being, like, the almighty creator that's from this book, that's only this God, is like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but then doesn't hell exist?
Not in the sense that it doesn't. What you call it?
Are you sure?
The Christian Bible, no. It's like different dimensions of hell.
Who's Mephisto?
Mephisto's someone that they kind of base the devil off of in the Bible, but he's like one hell lord of many.
That's
the thing.
There's a lot to process in that universe.
Has all of the mythologies.
Marvel never fully crossed over into that stuff, and DC's just, oh yeah, there's definitely hell. Like there's heaven,
there's the
hell,
devil.
There's everything.
There's literally the devil.
Like there's
really?
Like Lucifer Morningstar is a real person.
Fucking Constantine.
Yeah.
Go fucking read anything like that. It's
is Constantine a DC thing?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like I thought it was a TV show this whole time.
It was Dark Horse first, and it became DC.
Is Lucifer a comic?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought these were just like fucking Saturday morning TV shows.
No, Lucifer's a comic.
Yeah,
I thought it was like House or something. Like
a lot of that stuff, like it starts off as fucking like comics, like Image, Dark Horse, or something like that, and then they're just like fucking make it a show.
I really thought it was just TV.
I think it was Dark Horse, right?
I thought it was like House. Like I thought, like I didn't. Like, it would be like me thinking House was like, oh, Marvel's House.
No, it's the fact that like all those weird things
Spider-Man,
are there.
your
So,
webs
like,
are backed
Marvel
up.
and House would. I'm sorry, House and Marvel would be fucking phenomenal.
That'd be hilarious,
dude. I think it would slap.
Imagine a fucking. I want to say Fate. What's the other one?
Which one?
Destiny?
Dr. Fate. The other
Dr.
one.
Strange?
I could.
The other one.
I mean, they're basically the same fucking
the
person.
same character,
Yeah.
effectively.
He said Fate, and he's like the other one. I said Destiny because I thought he was just talking about concepts.
Fate and Destiny are effectively the same thing.
I know, but like
what I said was so vague. That was still an appropriate answer.
Right.
You were close.
Marvel's House would go hard. I think
Dude.
that would be a great. I think they should do it.
Imagine them just being Doctor Strange and Doctor House in the same room. I
Oh
think
my
they would
God.
They would have one would have to die.
Oh, they have to fuck. They'd have to fuck. They would have to fuck, or one would have to die.
So what do they? They get so angry at each other, and at the last minute they start making out.
He gives him like fucking like magic Viagra on his dick. He's like, oh, my leg works and my dick works, but only for 20 minutes. What am I gonna do with this?
You shortcut your way to that joke so in a way that was so unearned, it's crazy.
But I got there.
I do
Not
like the
really.
idea of having the portal things and like being able to fuck at any time, no matter where like anybody is. So,
What, like a little portal on your pee-pee?
Yeah, so like somebody like say if you're gay, right? Say if you're a gay.
If you're gay.
say if you're a gay, you fucking you put your penis through the portal and the other guy puts his butt up to it, and then you just go to town. And that's kind of dope. Like no matter where you are, like say you're at a break, you had a break at your bank job. You're a bank teller, and you're like, I'm gonna take I take my break in my car, not in the lunchroom, because that would be inappropriate. So you go to your car,
Of course.
you do a little portal on your dick, and then your lover that's a escort is taking a break from getting pumped, and he's like, you know what, I got a little more in me, and then you have a little portal, portal sex.
I feel like I would be so scared of it shutting midway through. Like I could, if I had that ability, I would never try that.
Has that ever happened? Like you think it accidentally shut on somebody and like sliced them in half?
Well, they did it in the movie.
I know but it was purposefully though,
which was annoying to me because I'm just like, brother.
That is unlimited. It's like the fucking Destructo disc.
Yeah,
it's so unnecessarily powerful.
Do you remember how the Destructo got nerfed because it was really powerful and it did it to sell?
Yeah,
and it didn't do shit to sell.
What happened? Did he catch it? I can't remember.
No,
what happened?
Broke on him.
Oh, broke on him.
I remember. And Krillin was like, "Oh my god, man."
we gotta mention something.
What's up?
That because we posted a clip recently where I swear to God you're having a stroke in the middle.
I don't know what I was saying.
You don't know what you were saying?
I look back at that and I'm like, what the fuck was I saying?
Did he repeat himself on the clip? Do you remember?
He clarified the last third of what he said, but not the beginning, which I thought was the more confusing part.
Yeah,
the last part was like a double bubble for a few days or something.
I'm gonna pull it up so the
audience. I want the audience to hear this because it
wasn't English for sure.
It really fucking confused the hell out of me.
I spoke tongues for a second, dude.
You ready?
You're pushing bigger in the gummits, man. You got a couple for double for a foot yays.
What the fuck did you just say?
You're pushing bigger in the gummits, man. You got a couple for double for a foot yays.
It's
something pressure breaker.
There's no like,
couple for double in yays.
Even he doesn't know what he said. That's what's crazy to me.
I said you went double for a few days.
No, but that's the last part. What the fuck is the beginning?
I don't even know what the beginning is.
That's
pressure.
The thing.
I hear pressure breaker. I swear to God. Hold on.
It's crazy.
Come on, motherfucker.
Did you just say?
You're pushing bigger in the gummits, man. You got a couple for double.
You're pushing bigger for a gumpus.
You're pressure breaking for numbers. You went double for a few days.
Is that what you said?
I don't know.
Maybe. What's the context to that anyway?
The context. I looked at the context. Doesn't help. In fact, I think it muddies the. In fact, you're better not knowing.
You understand more by not knowing.
Something about pressure breaker for gummers.
You know
what a gummer is?
Is that a gummer like when you get a blowjob from an old person with no teeth?
Yeah, well, just no teeth. So if you have no teeth, you can give a gummer.
It doesn't have to be an old person.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be an old
person. But it's more than likely.
Could be a meth head.
Yeah. Could be a meth head.
You know?
Oh my God. You did that like you fucking... That was like Courage when he becomes what he's trying to warn people about. That was crazy.
I was just picturing like someone on meth just all strung out, just sucking dick for more meth, you know?
Yeah.
That's really sad, but also not my problem.
Yeah, it ain't my problem. I mean, I don't feel bad when I give them the meth.
Okay, so I think most stories end up where places where like, oh, you have to end it. Like, I think Spider-Man should never go to space. I don't think Spider-Man should. Sure. I don't think Spider-Man should really leave New York. I think he should help outside of New York if like the whole planet's having a problem, but have the problem happen in New York so he can help from there.
I think he would be pretty useless in. I shouldn't say that. We should move on. We should. I was gonna say he'd be pretty useless in Gaza because there's no buildings left. But
I think he'd be still pretty useful.
Yeah, I mean,
he's still insanely fast and strong.
Boring.
He would just be zipping to the floor and shit. You know.
Damn, we can't even watch you zip around. We're getting blown to pieces, and we can't even watch you do Spider-Man stuff.
Because like the web zip stuff doesn't like that works in like the video games, but like that wouldn't.
It'd be so boring.
It does.
I was like, can you bring Captain America or something? You're not fun like without the buildings.
Yeah, and this Captain America can bounce his shield off sand people's heads. Yeah. You know?
That's like crazy.
The ruins can still ding 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 with the shield and shit. He would kick a car. I want to watch Spider-Man do super cool acrobatic shit.
It's me, Captain Israel.
That's a real character.
Oh no,
is it really? Is he a villain?
Well, he would be now.
He would be now for sure.
So he wasn't.
So Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to have a character called Captain Israel in it actually, and they got reshot to take that shit out because they were like, let's not.
That's
Captain Israel.
Phenomenal.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Star David and everything, right?
It's just a rich. It's just Tony. He's just a rich guy.
It's phenomenal, dude.
It's just a guy with
his first assignment is to beat the piss out of Hassan. Is the first thing he goes to.
Hassan Biker.
He goes to America for some reason.
And he just beats the piss out of him.
Fucks Hassan up on stream while he's live.
Help.
Is that your Hassan impression?
He has this laugh that like I don't know. There's this laugh that he does that.
Leave.
He sounds like He sounds like that fucking. He almost sounds like the rice gum guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog a little bit when he laughs.
The rice gum guy.
Remember the rice gum guy? Watch where you're going, you fool.
Oh, right, you fool! I forgot about that dude.
He
Watch
was
where you
just
go.
a vaguely Asian fella.
Rice gum guy.
I remember I tweeted a picture of him. I remember I tweeted a picture of that cartoon out like in like 2017. I just said rice gum.
Rice gum.
And it got like, I think it has the most likes of anything that I've ever posted on Twitter because it's so fucking accurate.
You fool! I forgot about that dude, man.
Dude, he must have been that guy's definitely based on a person. You know what I mean?
It has to be.
Like that the people who made the show know.
That's way
they were
too
like,
random.
what if we harass this guy forever?
I 100% believe that because that's way too random just to create. And
Yeah.
that phrase,
Watch where you're going, you fool.
like
yeah,
that's
it's crazy.
for sure. Somebody ran into that. That is
Do you remember?
I would love to have that confirmed.
That would be great. Man, I wonder what that guy's doing. I feel like
The Courage creator?
yeah,
No, we'll find him.
Dilworth or
chilling.
something. I
So
think.
find him. He's
chilling.
probably not doing anything.
Sorry, chilling.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
kind of like we remember a while ago we were talking about like, oh, maybe we should get David Jaffy on the show or something. Like, man, it would be interesting.
Oh yeah.
It'd be.
You see him interviewing fucking Shuhei Yoshida?
Yeah, so this is where I'm going with it. Yeah, I was like, it would be, he's not doing anything.
He wouldn't come here. Is the thing.
Why-
I know that for a fact.
Why do you know that?
We would have. I just know. Like
Yeah?
he almost like there's live shows that he didn't show up to because he was just like, you know. So he's definitely not coming up to do our fucking dicky little show. But we could definitely get him on like a remote.
No,
I think.
Look, I'm gonna whatever, it's fine. I was gonna say like I'll just ask anyway just to see what happens. I don't know. I've been seeing some of the people he's been pounding around with, and I'm like, all right, this should be interesting if he's on
Yeah,
the show.
it would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Nothing of any real
Oh
consequence.
yeah.
What?
Captain Israel did get Hassan suspended.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I totally forgot about
He got
that.
Captain Israel got him.
Yeah, he got him. He shut down his he cut his fiber optics cable.
It was only 48 hours though, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. It was. I know it was
Oh, you
circulating
gotta
around that he was.
Man again?
Yeah,
It's like-
I know
yeah.
it was circulating around that it was a permaban, but that's what happens every time he gets like banned.
Yeah.
That I think almost every time somebody with a lot of notoriety gets banned, people always think it's a permaban because
And it never
because
is.
of the word banned, which
Yeah.
really is kind of a little bit
It'd
misleading.
just be a suspension. Yeah.
It should be suspended, not banned, because banned means banned. Like you're no longer welcomed here. You can't.
Right,
It's
yeah.
not, there's no. You don't unless somebody tries to be temporary banned, but that's a stupid thing to say.
At this moment, just get him off the platform. If they're gonna keep doing this shit, man. If it's happening, like it's just too many times.
If you're gonna ban somebody a million times, you might as well just ban them
Yeah.
once.
I looked
Yeah.
into what he was banned for, and it's annoying that it was completely bullshit. Because first I saw, I was like, oh, he was, I guess Twitch doesn't allow you to read manifestos on the platform. He's done it
Oh, yeah.
every single time there's been a big shooting. And so I was just like, oh, funny how he can't read the guy that killed the
Yeah, the
Jewish
Israeli one,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Jesus, like that's so dumb. Like it was dumb because like of the shit storm that it would stare from being inconsistent like that. I was
Sure.
just like it annoyed me because I thought
yeah.
my normal position was just like, well, yeah, if you weren't supposed to do that, then don't fucking do that, retard.
Right.
Simple.
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, like I've done it every
No,
time
I've
before.
been doing it this whole time.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I've been doing it. He does do. He has this. The way that he talks like a news anchor. Sometimes he's like, I've been doing this the whole time, and it's like I have this in, like this just in.
Yeah.
More at 6 o'clock, and I'm like, why are you talking like that? It's I think it's what happens when you stream for like 9 hours a day or whatever.
Yeah, you become
Your
OBS
character.
basically.
Yeah, I was just
You
like,
become your character.
he's forever locked in, and I don't think he catches it that he's not speaking like a regular person anymore. And that's another reason why I was like, this is the ambassador. This is what some people call like the Joe Rogan.
That's so crazy. Yeah, not even fucking close.
What?
The Joe Rogan of the left or whatever.
left.
Not
Yeah.
that you would even want. I don't know.
No,
I don't
they-
even know what the point of that would be.
I know some of the DNC people are actually looking for some shit like
I know
that.
you could never.
Never.
You can't pay. It's so stupid. Like the only real possibility of like a Joe Rogan of the left emerging would be in direct antithesis to the DNC.
Yes.
Because nobody likes the DNC. The Republicans don't like the DNC. The liberal people don't like the
Democratic
DNC.
voters
the
don't
DNC
like the DNC.
fucking sucks. They wheeled Biden out there while he was dying of fucking colon cancer. And they fucking clearly knew he was going crazy or something, or like dying in some way. And then they were like, oh, we'll keep it long enough just to like not have an open primary. It's like, oh, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Fucking thanks, guys. You really, really did a great job.
It's like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Because even it's like, if you were rooting for the status quo, well, Trump's not the status quo. Like he I like say if they're like, oh, we would prefer Biden. We don't want somebody who's going to be a little bit, I don't know, Kamala. I don't know if I trust her. I don't know if she's going to do anything too radical. So maybe I think I would take Trump or Biden over Kamala. I don't know how those people are thinking, but I'm just assuming. And if that's the conclusion you would come to, maybe they're going off of how Trump was in 2016. To where he was just kind of
what they remember.
A few things here and there that he did, pull us out of Paris Accords, and he was doing some dumb shit. But this time there was the Project 2025, the notebook that he was going to go off of. So I'm like, it's not going to be the same. So I wonder why people weren't more alarmed in the DNC. Like he's going to do some radically different stuff that's going to fuck with your money too. So that's why I thought it was so weird.
The DNC, fuck the DNC. Nobody cares.
Yeah, fuck them. They're stupid asses. I think Stavros is somebody that could organically, if you wanted to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think Stavros is a cool enough dude.
That's what I think.
And he's curious enough.
He's
to
cool.
learn.
He's cool, curious, funny, and likable.
But he would never do that.
No, he wouldn't.
No,
he absolutely would not. But it was just like say
that's his money.
Someone who can actually pull it off, even though that's clearly why the fuck would he want to do
someone
that?
Who can really earnestly sell supplements.
Yeah, like get like a what would he be his? Not alpha brain, but like,
like
beta.
It would be like, I don't know.
I guess you could get away with selling beta
mind.
Beta mind. That's crazy.
Beta mind with alpha brain.
With alpha brain, yeah. I would love to. I guess I wouldn't feel too bad if I sold like sugar pills, you know?
No, whatever.
Yeah. Because I'm not killing people. I'm just
unless they're allergic to sugar.
You're not killing people, but you're making them die. You're not helping them live, but you're killing them. You're not.
Do you think anybody's allergic to sugar? Are there people with sugar allergies?
Yeah, of course.
Are you sure? Are they allowed to live? How do you?
Because there are people with what you call it? It's the toast, whatever kind of sugar it is that you take in, it makes them sick.
Glucose? What are you saying?
Like like lactose. Like that's the O is like the sugar.
Sure.
Oh, he means glucose.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like glucose, lactose, fructose. Like people can be allergic to that stuff.
Could I kill somebody with like a Pop-Tart?
Hopefully.
What I'm asking.
Probably.
You throw it at their face.
Maybe make them really sick.
So here's the thing: if somebody's allergic, and let me paint you a picture. Someone's allergic to sugar, right? And I hold up a Pop-Tart, and I slice their chest cavity open, and I put the Pop-Tart in them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or do you think they would die?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And only because of the Pop-Tart.
That's what I'm saying.
If it was a toaster strudel, they'd be fine.
I think exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think perfectly
Pop-Tarts are
encapsulates.
way too sweet.
You should check that out. You should go and try that out.
Dude, a toaster strudel sounds fucking phenomenal right now.
A toaster strudel?
Yeah, you ever had a toaster strudel?
I used to put Go-Gurt on top of them.
That is
such fat kid shit.
That is the fattest kid shit I've ever.
Shit.
That is insane. I put fucking Go-Gurt on my Pop-Tarts.
Dude, Go-Gurt is 98% sugar.
Go-Gurt is only sugar.
It's just liquid sugar.
It's sugar that they make with milk fucking powder.
That's the fucking fattest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Crazy.
Go-Gurt on a Pop-Tart.
Crazy,
That's
dude.
great.
It's so
dude.
outrageous.
It's great.
Holy
I love toaster
shit.
strudels. That
so
flaky,
good. It's
the
so
flaky
good.
like crust outside. Like once you had one of those, you're like Pop-Tarts are fucking ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pop-Tarts suck.
Yeah, I would get the chocolate
I've
ones.
had both of them. And I kind of like both of them the same. Honestly,
I
Fucking
think
wow.
those
To me,
are
it's
so much
like
better.
oh, would you rather have a nice flaky pie crust or a fucking cracker?
I don't like
I'm like,
flaky. I don't like flakiness.
You're gay. I'm sorry.
It feels like I'm eating like a dry person's scalp.
I'm sorry that it makes you feel like a cannibal.
Yeah, it's
that
like
delicious fucking crust.
I
makes
feel
you
the same
like
way
a
about
cannibal.
croissants.
You don't like croissants or danishes or anything?
Probably
I
not.
like them probably the least.
That's crazy. They're
Damn.
so delicious.
It's
A
interesting
cheese
hearing
Danish-
people's
a
their textures that they don't like.
It's the texture that, and it's more the mess to me. Because like it really bothers the hell out of me if I bite something and it just like fucking powders all over myself.
But you like crackers.
What are you talking about?
You're like
Crackers
white
are-
women.
Those are bunnies.
So let
Just
me
barely.
ask you guys something. When you first hear the slur cracker, what do you think it represents? Like, what is it? Where did it come from?
I thought it was like a whip crack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a slave owner or something?
Yeah, so and not
Or like an overseer or
and
whatever
not
they fucking call them?
just crackers are white like saltines.
I mean, they definitely.
Well,
definitely
you're asking
played
about
back
the
into
slur, right?
Right, exactly.
You're asking about the slur, or just
What-
like
no,
what do we
100%.
think when we hear
No,
the
what-
word?
No, so like I said, like as a slur, like when you would hear it, what did it represent? Like you guys both agreed with like a whip crack,
Yeah.
yeah, and not a saltine cracker.
I mean, like saltines
No,
are
but
so
that's-
later on though. They're
if-
so later on.
So
in
here's
fact.
no. So this is where the conversation's getting muddy, I think.
I don't think so at all.
I think so.
I don't think
Because if I hear the word cracker, I'm going to assume a saltine, actually. Like straight up.
right, but
yeah.
I've said specifically both times as a slur.
Right, but then you go back to a race, like, so it's, you're so not saltine. Well, it's like, of course, it's a slur.
No, I don't think you. I think you're completely misunderstanding what I'm
No,
saying.
I think you're misunderstanding.
Oh yeah, I
I
misunderstand.
think you're wrong about what you think. I think you're wrong about what you think.
No. I just like I was. It was just. It's more of asking people their opinion
Or where it came
on
from.
like say like is it? Did you think that like say because you know how like calling you know how you could like call somebody something that is inoffensive like a cracker.
Sure.
But then you're just calling because it's white, and then you turn it into a slur, almost like say calling someone a Jew, right? It
Right,
can either
right.
be completely non-derogative or a slur, or it can be. And so like cracker, and I feel like there's a lot of people that they don't think about whip cracking, and they only think about crackers, like an actual saltine, but they still think it's like in the context of that you're calling someone a cracker. It
Right,
just
right.
it's mean. So I was just kind of like,
Right, but
what do you think?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when I hear the word cracker, I think of a saltine.
Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you told us that.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand.
What is a saltine really in the ontological sense?
That's what just happened. That's what it's like to talk to Jordan Peterson
Jordan
in
Basketball
given
Peterson.
Dude, Canadians are becoming worse and worse to me. The more I see them, I'm like, oh my god.
The more I see
y'all
them, the more I
suck.
think we should actually take over them and then not give them any benefits.
A Canadian just became the fucking MVP of the NBA, man.
Who was it? Was it
Ashay.
Ashay got it?
SGA got it, yeah. Yeah, so I was just kind of like,
That's crazy.
you know, I'm tired of these Canadians, man.
Yeah, they're pretty annoying, dude. There was a Jubilee video with Jordan Peterson. He went on. I think the original title of the video was one Christian versus 20 atheists.
I saw
and that was the premise of the debate, I guess. And everybody was there under that pretense, and then Jordan Peterson like refused to say he was a Christian. He was like, "I'm not I am and I'm not. I don't have to say what I am to you." And everybody's like, "Well, aren't we here for? What are we doing?" And then they changed the title to Jordan Peterson versus 20 atheists,
Yeah.
which is hysterical
It's so
because that's
funny.
just so clearly not the formula for like what they.
Yes.
it's not like Ben Shapiro versus 20 migrants. Like it's
Jordan
like
Peterson
it's not.
ruined it. And what's so funny is that clearly everybody in Jubilee, rightfully so, assumed he was a Christian. So they didn't ask. They didn't ask him. At no point did they ask him because they didn't need to. But then all of a sudden, and I've known this about him,
Yeah.
that he never admits it. He even says that he doesn't directly believe in God. There's times where he's like, oh, I don't directly, but I do. But then he does this wishy-washy bullshit. He's been doing this for many years. And there's a debate that I don't recommend you to watch, but at least just be aware of it. Where Matt Dillahunty,
my God.
he has a show or a call-in show. He's been doing like a radio show for like a billion years called The Atheist Experience. He might have just retired from it a few years ago, but it's ancient. It was like fucking Alex Jones, fucking
Yeah, I remember
Austin,
it.
Texas
I remember
TV
it from
type
a
shit.
long ass time ago.
Yeah,
And being like, that's boring. I don't want to see that.
it was very not entertaining, but it was very stimulating, right? And so I would watch it. The first time I found him out was because he took a dump on Zeitgeist, the documentary. And he was like, oh, Zeitgeist, it was a conspiracy theory documentary. Now,
really?
A lot of people were like, oh, Matt, you would love one of the segments because it's all about religion. There's like 3 segments. One of the segments was all about like conspiracy theory, like 9/11 shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the sinking of the Lusitania that get us into World War I, ignoring Pearl Harbor, you know, all these things that aren't completely confirmed, but are also kind of like, probably. And he was like, this is everyone was kind of taken aback that he absolutely diarrheaed on it. So, but long story short, or jumping ahead, Matt was trying to talk to Jordan Peterson, and the same stuff that I'm hearing people say about the Jubilee thing, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
It's I didn't watch the whole thing because why the fuck would I?
No,
but I did see a couple clips where I was just like, you can't just have a conversation with him because the conversation becomes about the conversation. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you ask him like, what's better, pizza or burgers? And he goes, well,
Who are we to even put them against one another? What even fundamentally differentiates a pizza from a burger in the first place?
Hey,
it's all
pussy.
completely like
Pussy.
hey.
I was like, my first thought was just straight up hard R to him to really get his attention. I thought it's the only thing that would work.
It's just so like, how do you have he's somehow turned the unwillingness to engage with a conversation into like a suitable replacement for being smart for a lot of people. It really is just so crazy.
The guy's a jackass, man.
Like, because you can have that conversation. Ask me literally anything. Anything.
What's your favorite holiday?
Well, I think the notion of even the notion of celebration. What even is that? Why do we do even? What even is the point in ranking these things in an ontological sense? And who's to say what is and is not a holiday? Is today a holy day because we are all experiencing it in our own individual way? Like, what really differentiates Christmas from the birth of Ra?
It's just so. It's like a fucking just nothing.
Word salad.
I
This
can't wait.
vomity bullshit. Yeah.
If he gets stricken with like some Helen Keller thing where he can't speak, the world will be so much like skyscrapers would emerge from the ground. I think it's just like, oh, we did it. Jordan Peterson can no longer speak in circles.
Yeah,
it was really bad. It was bad to watch. I watched like maybe 45 minutes of it, and I was like, this is
that's
terrible.
insane.
What even is 45 minutes?
Like,
It was-
we know exactly what it is, Jordan.
You for what? Because there was the one clip that I saw was him saying was somebody going like, "Do you believe in God?" And he goes, "What is your definition of believe?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, die!" Like, what are you saying?
You know the vaudeville hook? What if it had like, it was like a chainsaw though?
Vaudeville chainsaw.
And it just
rips him.
just fucking
It wouldn't be
zips
that
his head off.
I was
clean.
thinking-
Indians have like ripping in half and like that.
I was thinking of like, it is still the chain, but like the vaudeville hook is like each of the blade things. So it's just
The
a spinning rivet of. It's just a spinning chain of vaudeville hooks.
I was thinking more. That's hilarious. No, it was just there's a chain on the vaudeville.
Yeah.
On the hook. So it just fucking saws his head
That's
off.
crazy. No, I don't know. Whatever.
Ouch! Ouch!
Ow, my.
What is pain?
What even is experiencing pain even?
Oh my God, he's such a fucking idiot. He's
he's the guy
My
that
head
went
is
to.
off my body, but who's to say my body's not off my
Oh
head?
my God! If he was still talking as he was severed from his voice box.
At that point, I would actually be scared. At that point, it's like, that's a wizard. We should probably listen to him, actually. but like,
Maybe he's the key to salvation. I'm gonna listen to him.
it's just, I don't know, man. Like, it's just so unbearable. And it's not even just him. Like, a lot of people do this. There's that guy, Andrew Wilson or whatever, that I see on a lot of podcasts. He's the guy, like, famously in the last week, he failed miraculously at opening a pickle jar.
Oh, I saw the thumbnail
my
of that. I saw a
God.
thumbnail of that. I haven't watched it.
So this woman tries to open up a pickle jar, and she can't do it because obviously. It's like almost a universal truth. So she hands this, and she goes like, I can't do it. And she just admits. She's like, I can't do it. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Completely honest, like, whatever. She hands it to the guy, and he's like, oh, you're a woman, you can't do it, huh? And then he tries it, he can't do it. And he's like, did you grease this up? You grease it. She must have greased it. She must have fucking, like, you did something. Somebody give me a paper towel so I can wipe off this grease, then I could do it. And he does it, and he still can't do it. And then some other guy comes up, he goes... And it's just the most embarrassing thing in the world because it's not a matter of like, oh, she couldn't do it, she sucks, you couldn't do it, you suck. It's just the idea that you would have to even perform to put up a shield for that. And that, like, how insecure do you have to be to be like,
so
no, man, they
embarrassing.
greased it up.
He's what I call a bitch.
Like that.
Like a bitch. He was. I saw part of it. And he was like talking to her, and he was like, "Yeah, you have to go through an IQ test to even be in the military. There's some sort of intellectual test." And her boyfriend comes. He's like, "You could be a fucking moron and go through that test."
Yes, of
not
course.
to mention many people cheat the test because their boyfriend isn't a veteran. He was like, "You don't have to."
Dude, the dumbest people.
Not to mention they pay people to do it for them. I've met many of people who have high ranks in office in the military that are mentally incapable and like impaired. And he was like, "Yeah, but like." That's how it is everywhere. Of course, people are going to cheat the system. And he's
okay,
like,
well, if that's how it is everywhere, then what's the point of the guy?
What are we even talking about?
And he's like, yeah,
he's fucking charlatans,
he's
man.
He's like, yeah, I just don't think you are as aware of what you're talking about. Who's a like literal veteran is talking about it, and it's like, oh, and he's like, whatever. Let's open this can. Watch me feel. It's like, dude,
what makes me mad?
Lily can open a pickle jar, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
No, she can. She's proven to me.
How do you know?
Because I don't do it first sometimes. Like, open it yourself. I want to see if you can do it.
How do you know she doesn't buy gag pickle jars?
At that moment, it's like, well, you still open a pickle jar. You still open it.
To me, it's like, well, why struggle? There are ways to make it easier to open it if you have problems. You know,
well, for me, I just want to see if like you can do it.
There are ways.
I don't think you do it.
There are ways to relieve some of the pressure, and I don't know why.
Don't you have to heat it up or something like that? Just run some warm water under it. And then
there's many ways. That's one of them.
Yeah.
That's one of them. There's many ways.
If you put chainmail on it. And then put it in the microwave.
Yeah,
it'll open.
If you
open.
Bring it to Jordan Peterson, have him talk to it.
The glass will kill itself.
It'll shatter.
The glass will disappear.
It'll open quickly because it's like, nope, I don't want this. I don't want this. Please stop.
I don't want
a pickle jar grows eyes in a mouth so it can emote. And
it's weird because Jordan Peterson.
just so he can exclaim in
it's like the Berserk thing with that little face, the little ball meet with the face, and it's like,
oh, from Berserk, yeah.
What is a scream anyway? What is agony in the truest sense?
Shatters.
There's your pickles.
Jordan Peterson talks to circles. Fucking Charlie Kirk just lies. It's
Yeah.
insane.
The only thing that's annoying is that these people don't become social pariahs after they're thoroughly embarrassed. That's the thing that upsets me.
Yeah.
Well,
We
because
used
their fan
to
base doesn't believe
when
their
people
fan base doesn't need logic.
when people were when people were proved to be stupid, what we used to do is we used to pull their pants down and kick them off a cliff. But we don't do that no more. Because it's we're too sensitive now to do what needs to be done. Everything's too woke now, so we won't pull people. We won't pants people and kick them off a fucking the I don't know.
Remember that one guy
Niagara Falls
that was running for Remember that one guy was running for president? He did the
dude. I think about that guy kind of often.
And then they fucking panched him, and then they kicked him down.
I'm surprised,
like you said.
I'm surprised that guy hasn't tried to do like a comeback of some kind. Because like, why not?
Yeah,
like,
why did he just like
doesn't want to be involved in a modern political space?
I guess he would have to match the extremism.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very different because every time like these people get thoroughly cooked, like as you say, or I'll even watch like I watched a little bit of the debate between Tim Pool and Sam Cedar, for example, and it was like 98%, and I mean this. The comment sections were all in favor of Sam Cedar and saying Tim Pool is embarrassing, even his own fans.
Really?
Yes, it was
That's kind of
incredible seeing that. Like, oh wow, and then but nothing came of it.
Debates don't work anymore.
I don't know if they've ever really worked online.
Yes.
Yeah, like the online culture of debate. I remember I think the crescendo was Bill Nye versus Ken Ham. That was when I was this was like 2012 or something, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna work.
This is just
ever.
sport.
Yeah, it's because Bill Nye came with it like, what would it take for you to change your mind? He was like, well, like empirical evidence, data, blah, 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 this and that. And then Ken Ham, his answer was nothing. And I was like, after the entire debate, that was the conclusion.
Yeah, nothing can change my mind.
What is the point of him being here? He's the guy that has a theme park that has humans and dinosaurs coexisting together.
Yeah.
Why would you entertain that guy?
Which I need to there's some context here. That just sounds like a fun little whimsical place.
It sounds cool
Like,
as shit, but
the-
not
the
as
point
this is real.
The point is that he's passing it off as like a proper rendition of how real history happened. It's not like a Flintstones kind of fun.
I'd go to a Flintstones theme park. That's cool as shit.
I don't know if I would.
I would.
I kind of would,
Hell
actually.
Yeah.
I'm
Hell
stupid,
yeah, I
though.
would.
You
I
know?
love the Flintstones.
What's even what?
I love the Flintstones.
The fuck are you talking about? You love the
What does it mean to love?
what? How do
love
you
the
love the
Flintstones.
Flintstones?
Because that was something me and my grandma used to watch together. She watched the Jeffersons and the Jetsons and the Flintstones with me.
You watched earnestly the Flintstones.
Yeah, me, my sister, my grandma.
I kind of like the Flintstones.
Right, that was because that was a cartoon my
It's
grandma
fun,
was like
it's fine
able
to kind of like. I would never. If he
love-
said I
I
kind of
love
like
them, dude.
Like if Fred Flintstone died today, would you cry?
I mean, he's a.
How is that even? There are so many questions.
That's
to
one of those
unpack.
arguments that he would say. He'd be like, if Fred Flintstone died right now, how would you feel? It's like,
He
I don't
would
know.
say that
No,
because there's
that's
so,
too fun.
That's so loaded. Like, what? How do we answer that?
One guy asked him.
Is he real? Do you mean the voice actor?
one
What
guy-
are we saying?
So it's not Dean Withers. It's the other one. The other little fucking twink white boy that does the fucking debate shit on Twitter.
I only know about Dean Withers.
But-
who, by the way,
I didn't
I
know.
just Dean Withers is really fucking insufferable.
He's a
I really don't-
pretentious prick.
I don't like him at all.
He's a
I
prick.
think the way that he gets excited about
Proving someone wrong. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, I got the
Ooh,
fallacy.
ooh,
Ooh,
ooh.
like
Yeah,
he
it's-
every time I click on TikTok, he pops one of his clips pop up, and it always makes me roll my eyes.
yeah, I always think like this is such terrible representation. I
It
hate
is. That's the fucking problem. I think we mentioned that the other day about like the people that are leading the charge suck.
I bet it's a lot how
there's no good people to lead the charge. That's the problem.
I bet it's a lot how Zionists feel when they see like when they see like Ethan.
Yes,
Where it's just
they
like
must.
not that Ethan like I don't know what
what you
the fuck.
mean.
Ethan's a conflicted person clearly, but like
oh, this guy's like.
but I bet there's a lot of people who will be like,
He's
"Oh,
our guy?"
I wish he would shut up. I
Yeah.
wish he wouldn't say these things.
He's making a block too hot. We should probably let's stop talking a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing him tweet
He's
makes me
making
so
the
sad.
block too hot. He's a crazy thing.
Brother, I saw him freak out at his co-host or whatever is all the people on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he brings up Hassan, and it was completely unrelated to him. It was just a meme
It happens a lot
about
yeah.
him looking like
It's
he,
that video of him looking like he hid the zombie.
he would hide his zombie bite, like there's just a picture of his face just looking
Yeah.
like kind of, and like I was like that's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's
You know?
talking about how it's edited or whatever, and it's like
Yeah.
it's not edited.
It's not edited at all,
It's not even slightly edited.
and I'm just like, bro, what's happening to the point where he's not even recognizing his own face?
it should say something.
It should say something, and then he freaks out, and he was like, "Oh, see, there you go defend Hassan," and they're like, and then Dan's like, "Oh, shut
Yeah,
up,
even Dan was like, "Oh, shut up."
shut up."
I think he tried to play it off as a joke too. Did you
he?
see that?
No, I didn't
he's
see
like,
that.
it's called making a comedy show. It's like, brother, we know your comedy. We've watched you forever.
That's-
You don't do that. What are you
Holy
talking about?
Shit. He tried to be like, "Oh, I was joking," that was
Or at
good
least that's
jo-
what I saw.
that was
I
good-
don't know.
That was a good joke.
Whatever.
I love it. I love seeing little clips like that where I'm like, man, I'm glad that like I'm okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not okay, but like I'm not like that.
it's one of those things where I'm just like,
I would say because of that, you are okay.
what's crazy?
I'm
is
not broadcasting my meltdowns.
that's true. Yeah,
'Cause I'm very overdue for a meltdown. It's been a while.
it'll happen to him eventually.
You will.
But
You will hurt Lily.
I don't know. I look at it like,
I'm not that kind of meltdown person.
yes, he is.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'm not.
yeah, you are.
It's-
You
be quiet. You be quiet
mark
too.
my words.
I'm not that
I
kind
actually
of meltdown.
saw this. I actually took a vow to never talk about this on air, but
Well, I'm just gonna break it right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna break it
I'm a
because-
writhing
No
piece of
problem.
shit.
gonna break it because,
I'm all aboard.
vows don't mean anything.
Uh-huh.
I saw like when me and Kingston lived together. I remember getting home one day. It was like 2 a.m. I was out with like some friends at the bar, and I was coming home, and I walked in on Kingston, kind of wringing a cat over the sink, and he was like, "Oh, don't!" And I go like, "Yo, what's going on?" And he said, "Sorry, I'm having a meltdown." And then he went back. He went to sleep.
Very calm. Very calm.
Yeah,
I'm having a- I'm
he
having
was,
a
he
good
was pretty
episode.
calm
That is
about
one
it.
of the most frightening meltdowns. Just like with no emotion.
Yeah, calmly wringing a cat. in
Where
the
did I
sink?
put the cat?
having a meltdown.
What do you mean?
afterwards? Did it die?
We got a garbage disposal.
Yeah. You don't remember that?
Nah.
He blacked out, I think.
Damn. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I got so mad I fucking lost it, man.
That's crazy. I can't wait for you to do that to Lily.
I was-
You just ring Lily.
Shove Lily into the garbage disposal. It's like that scene in what was it? Is it Halloween or like what is it? It's one of those. It's one of those horror movies where at the end somebody gets pulled through an impossibly small hole and it just looks very fucking.
Nightmare
on Elm Street. Nightmare Before.
It sounds like it has to be that, right?
Yeah. It was like some lady getting pulled through a door.
Yeah,
at the end.
That's the very first one.
And it looks fucking silly. Have you seen that movie?
Actually, I never really got into Freddy Krueger.
I can't remember if it's Freddy. That's the thing that's fucking. I don't think it's Jason.
That happens.
Yeah,
I think that's too silly for
anything else.
Yeah. I think
even fucking Friday the 13th. It's just like
that's Friday the 13th. Like the kills weren't silly. Everything surrounding it was silly, but the kills weren't silly. The kills were a little bit silly in Freddy vs. Jason, but I think that's because Freddy was a part of it. Because there's one part where Jason fucking takes a guy on the bed and just claps him. He just sandwiches him.
No, it's not Friday the 13th. What the fuck is it?
No, it's Freddy Krueger. It's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm stupid.
Oh, you're looking for the
Nightmare.
Yeah, I was just saying like I don't fuck with Freddy Krueger, the villain. I think I never got into him as a kid. He was just stupid.
Yeah, wasn't he just like a wrinkly pedophile? Like
I think so.
Yeah, he was a guy he thought was a pedophile. And he burned him.
He was just too he was too quirky for me. Like it was to me. It was like watching '60s Batman.
I think that's
like
why
it is very much like watching '60s Batman.
That's why he was so liked though.
Yeah, because he was actually able to. A lot of people were able to stomach that, I guess.
It's so fucking silly.
For me, I like the Friday the 13th because my thing was like, oh,
you've never seen this?
No, I don't.
Definitely seen
so
this.
you can look up Nightmare on Elm Street.
Maybe I have, but
Nightmare on Elm Street final scene, and you're not prepared for what you're about to see because it's fucking hysterical.
It's a nice car.
That is a nice car. I do like those old fashioned cars.
Yeah. Look at that when women were allowed to have like fucking crow's feet and shit.
I know, right? Wait, look. It's so fucking absurd.
That was too fast.
That's filmed over in the Echo Park area.
They had to do it fast because of how stupid it looked.
Yeah. They had to, it's movie magic, man. It's so fun. I bet if you pause it too.
She was so stiff. She got middle.
Look at the arm.
Dude, she got fucking.
It's so clearly foam.
She got rigor mortis immediately, dude. Look at she's just so stiff.
You moved her with the fucking hurry upness, bro.
The hurry upness.
There was like G's on her, dude, because she was straightened out.
You know what's crazy? She's probably like 29.
She's probably almost our age, actually.
She's actually. I would give her.
That lady's clearly early 30s back then.
Yeah,
rough.
I mean,
I'd still apply pressure.
I have no problem with this.
I'd still apply pressure, but like, yeah, I get it.
Apply pressure is crazy. I want to see what this looks like at like half speed.
What is Friday the 13th?
What is
pressure?
What even is a day, really, when you think about it?
What is applied pressure, really?
Why is Friday the 13th even significant when there are multiple ones a year?
Oh.
You stupid bitch.
I want to get him with an X-ray from Mortal Kombat really bad.
So like which part?
I would do one where I do a spinning kick, I hit him right in the jaw, and it's all cracks. It's all cracks. And then I would go and I would stomp on one knee real hard. And
somebody comes up to us. They go like, "Are you okay? You okay, Jordan?" He goes,
"What is okay?"
I brought this up yesterday as my friends. That's so crazy.
He's fucking clear. He can't ignore it.
Yeah. He's trying to be all stoic and shit. He's just
like, what is? Anyway, fucking let's get to questions. I guess.
I feel like I hate that he tries to be like fucking like have a warrior ass mentality. It's like I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't put myself in a situation where I'd have to lie that far. Or make those kinds of mistakes. And it's like, Jordan, you're not tough.
Yeah, somebody asked him.
You're not a warrior. You're not a battle hardened creature.
Didn't he get like put in a coma because he had like too much bacon or something? There's a scene in his
too much bacon.
There was a scene in like a Jubilee thing that he did.
Yeah.
Where like that we're talking about. Where what was it that you just referenced?
He was like,
where he's talking like he wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
He was like it was about like whether or not belief, like what did belief mean? And he just goes like, do you believe it to be true? What do you mean? And he goes like,
you're willing to bet your life on it and live your stake on it.
You know, he says,
belief. If you believe something, it means you'd stake your life on it.
And he's like, no, that's not how. Maybe believing in something, maybe kind of, but even that's not even necessarily true. But like they went into this whole fucking circle.
Yeah, about belief.
About belief, and then somebody asked him like, "Would you lie to save
someone you love,
save your life or save somebody you love?" And he's like, "It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen."
Myself in a situation where I would have to do that. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, like
He was like, I wouldn't be put in a situation where I had to lie to the Nazis to save Jews.
He said this basically.
Like I wouldn't be in that situation. It's like, well,
Like, yeah, we know, cunt. That's not the
well,
point.
that's the past. We can't go back.
Like, it's not the point. We're doing an exercise right now.
Fucking
This is-
loser.
Like, that's so stupid. It's just like, about a scenario about saving the earth, or saving the world or some shit like that. Like, yeah, who's gonna be in that fucking scenario? This is just, it's
a hypothetical.
It's a
He can't. Kermit should rape him. We should move. We should move.
wow.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Basketball Petersons. He doesn't know how to debate.
I don't know how either, but whatever.
Let's move on to some questions for our lovely patrons.
On the moon.
I'm still on the moon. I've been eating dust.
He's been trapped on the moon for fucking decades.
Still can't find the flag.
Still singing this song. It's been really hard to get into a creative headspace to write new ones. On account of my strandedness on the moon.
Where does the air go in space, Like, when you open a spaceship opens up and all the air gets yanked out. Like, where does it go?
Into space.
Well, like, where exactly? Is it like in one place?
I don't know enough about space.
That's just full of air you can breathe in it?
Yeah, it's just Louis Armstrong capturing it. So we can continue to breathe.
Or
right.
is it all like so
We've actually
fucking
had
spread thin?
many missions to the moon that we don't publicize, and it's just all been rescue missions
Yeah.
to get Louis Armstrong off the moon.
We haven't went to space in a while, right?
Not, I mean,
What do you-
to
wait,
space.
what do you mean?
We haven't been to the moon in a long time.
Yeah.
We've been to
We
space.
haven't
I
been
think.
to space in a while, have we? No,
Well, we have the ISS.
People are
We're in space
people
all
in
the time.
space all the time.
Oh, that's true. We haven't had like a proper space launch.
We
in a while,
haven't
but, like-
sent people into space to a new place for a long time, as far as
we
I
only
know.
went to the moon once, right?
No,
I think we've gone a couple times.
We've gone more than
Really?
once, yeah.
Yeah.
And other people have gone, or unless you're just talking about Americans.
America.
Yeah. Jordan Peterson went, and he argued with it.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson, Louis Armstrong,
Gonzo.
Buzz
I
Lightyear.
asked the real question. You
Buzz
guys are telling me about.
No, I think I can't remember the last time we went to the moon, but it
What's
was
his real
a
name?
while ago.
Buzz Alduin? Is that it?
Alduin.
Aldrin.
Buzz Alduin is.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Aldrin.
Buzz Alduin.
That's Aldrin.
I'm pretty sure it's Alduin, dude.
Aldrin.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Buzz
Yeah,
Alduin.
dude.
Didn't Buzz Aldrin beat up a guy?
Didn't something like that
I
happen?
swear to God, I feel like I remember like somebody being like, "You didn't go to the moon," or somebody, and
Right,
then I'm pretty sure Buzz Aldrin beat him up
I think
or
he
something.
like punched him or something happened.
He's like, I saw fucking darkness up there. And you're gonna tell
You
me I
didn't
fucking see
go, Buzz Alduin.
Alduin, the
I
fucking-
got the Elder Scrolls, bitch.
it? The Nordic death god. Alduin.
And then he was like, fucking spawned wings and flew off. And I was like, I told you it was Alduin.
I knew Buzz Aldrin
in
was
the
a
past right now. You were like, I told you,
fucking
Kingston.
told you.
I'm like, what is happening?
Buzz Aldrin was a dragon this whole time. It was so obvious in retrospect from all the photo. And you go back and look at the photos, and it's clearly just a dragon.
clearly a
It's like in
dragon.
Lilo and Stitch, where their disguises are just
Yeah.
clothes and wigs.
Yeah,
even
it's
though it's
like-
like yeah.
Okay.
By the way, that fucking new that Lilo and Stitch movie is getting dragged to hell.
It's making so much fucking money.
It's
though.
yeah.
Of
I
course
mean,
it
of course,
is.
everything does now.
Oh, no, not like the other ones did not make anywhere near this kind of money. It's
Well,
fucking
because people
weird.
love Lilo and Stitch.
I mean, more than a Lion King and shit like that, and Aladdin.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, people like Lilo and Stitch enough
not
to.
more than Aladdin and
I
shit.
think I think a lot of those old ones are like, say, heads
Gen
like
X.
me, yeah, and Gen X that were not interested in this live action shit at all. And then you have a newer generation that loves Lilo and Stitch, and also to
that's
a lot
absolutely my
of to a lot of them,
generation of
it's
movies.
completely new,
I guess,
and
yeah.
it seems fresh. Like it almost like since it wasn't a part of me growing up, Lilo and Stitch, I was already a little bit older. It feels I feel like I don't feel no nostalgia connection to it whatsoever. And so I just think there's a lot of kids. It's for the kids, and I understand
love
why
that
it
movie.
hit. Look at the little koala alien. I get it.
Yeah, it's
Look at
cute.
it. Yeah.
I
that
love
was
that movie.
It's a great movie.
Oh, I love
There's a
it.
great Game Boy Advance game
Yes.
based on it too.
The fucking what you call the side
Shoot 'em up, the
scroller.
side scroller, shoot 'em up.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's
That is
really
very
good.
fun.
The art, I think it's that was when like Disney was doing Did you hear like a fucking crazy beep just now?
No.
Okay, I think I'm going crazy.
That's
Nothing.
fine.
You are.
That's fine.
The art that was back when Disney was like doing weird shit with their art, where like it used to be like Disney princess shit, and like they all looked kind of the same. They had like different, obviously they were different characters, but like Beauty and the Beast looks like Cinderella, looks like all these other things.
100%.
No, great, absolutely sing over the fucking
Yeah. What do you directly into the mic too and stuff?
yeah. But that was like Emperor's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet.
That was that era of movies.
That was when they were just doing weird shit all the time, and it was all really good.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I think a lot of people miss Lilo and Stitch. It was like a really good. It's just really fucking good. I love that original movie.
I mean, it made sense, right? Like, unlike what did they just do? Like Moana 2. That thing's not even that old. They just made a new one, and then they were talking about doing a live action Moana. And I'm
They're doing a live action How to Train Your Dragon too, and it's just like
and didn't that come out like 2010 or something?
Probably.
Like it's not that fucking old. I don't think it's that old.
I mean, I love How to Train Your Dragon. That first movie's fucking awesome.
I didn't see it.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
The first movie's fucking good. I love that shit. But
But that new Lilo and Stitch is getting dragged. And I looked up because I'm not gonna see it. Like I don't
Lily
care.
saw it with her nephew.
And
I didn't go.
Dude, some of the
I think the first one came out 2010. To me, I'm like, it's not old enough, man. I don't know what this is stupid.
What is 15 years?
15 years is a bit.
I feel like 15 years is trash. I feel like there's all of these like
15 years is trash.
do fucking Princess and the Frog. That's 09.
They're never going back.
I mean,
to
they
that.
should.
But like keep going back, keep going.
But they shouldn't be doing these live
And then
action
get
things
real
in the
fucking
first
Keith
place.
David. What are you talking about, man?
He's too old now.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
To play what you call it, to play the
No, he's
the
not.
He is.
Absolutely
Keith
not.
David
Dude,
is very old.
The
Derek.
Rock is just played it like a 20-something-year-old
in one of those movies. Yeah,
in
that's
the
dumb.
Smashing Machine.
That's dumb.
That's the Rock's in his
Derek.
50s. It is dumb, but what I'm saying is, if he could do that, why not Keith David?
Keith David is one,
He's not-
extremely busy.
He's not that
and
old.
then two,
I think he
very
would do it. I think he would do it.
old.
I think for doubting him, he should kill you.
I think he would come back and do it, but I think he's old.
I think he should kill you for doubting
He's
him.
also very fucking busy, like hyper fucking.
But he's busy doing work, and I think he would love to do that.
I don't think.
I think he'd be like, Kingston,
look,
I'm gonna kill you for doubting me.
I love Keith David.
I'm gonna kill you, Private Kingston. Private Kingston, I'm gonna kill you for doubting me.
There's three men I love more than Keith David, and one of them is possibly not true.
What the fuck?
Okay.
What?
I love three people more than Keith David, and that's only because they're related to me. That's it.
Oh, so your family and then Keith David.
Literally, it's literally male role models directly in my life, and then Keith David.
King Dad.
No, no, not even close.
Not even close.
King Dad.
Look.
Your cousin in the NBA, or who is it? Karl Anthony Towns. Oh wait, no, he's Dominican. He's not Puerto Rican. Sorry. Jalen Brunson, is that which one's your cousin in the NBA?
None of them. I have no favorites NBA. What the fuck are you talking about?
Are you sure?
I'm nearly sure.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Timothy Chalamet. So King Dad, Timothy Chalamet,
My cousin Timothy Chalamet.
and
Because I'm French.
and then what was your third one? So King Dad, Timothy Chalamet, and the third one is who's the third? Your family member? Was this third one that he loved? He tells us all the time.
Oh, Crumpton.
Crumpton. So King Dad, Timothy Chalamet, Crumpton, and then Keith David.
Yeah,
That's
those,
good.
Those are his role models primarily.
That's good.
Let's read these fucking questions before I quit. Before I fucking leave this place.
Well, I just wanted to mention that movie because like apparently they just completely botch like the entire point of it. The entire point of Lilo and Stitch. Where like spoiler alert for the new Lilo and Stitch, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Quite frankly,
Who gives a shit?
It is wild that they did this because like basically at the end of the new Lilo and Stitch, Nani like her sister gives her up. She's like, that's it. I'm gonna go to college in the U.S. It's the complete opposite point
You're
of like
serious?
I'm not even remotely
She's
kidding.
giving up at the end of the movie?
She gives it to like she gives up the whole point of the original movie, by the way,
Is Ohana?
is literally like family.
Ohana.
And in this one, it's literally just like no, we'll just give her to the neighbor, so that the sister can go to college in the United States, which by the way
Is Hawaii?
is not like in the mainland,
Okay.
which is like a contentious thing in the original because it's like the U.S. is not particularly kind to Hawaii.
Who directed this?
I don't know, fucking jackass.
Like Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, I don't know.
for me, the moment
It's pretty egregious.
don't
Wait
know.
a second.
I hated that when I saw that.
You're Wait a second.
So for me, thinking
have they
about it,
done
right?
that before in any of the other Disney movies? They,
Just completely upend the ending.
Yeah.
I'm sure, but not to this degree
That's how
where
they-
it's
I mean,
not to the point where like the theme is fucked.
look. I'm gonna give my point right now. Right? I'm gonna point right now. Okay. For me, when it comes to adaptations, I don't want adaptations to be exactly what I had them to be before. That's still fucking crazy though.
No, I don't
'Cause
need
that
it.
that is the point of the movie. Granted, Nani should not have Lilo. That's fucking crazy. Lilo is a little girl that is challenged, and there's this 18-year-old having to take care of her.
She's not challenged. She's Hawaiian.
No, she's no. Lilo is
What is Hawaiian?
she's some sort of spectrum child. In the
I don't
movie.
think that's necessarily
You
true.
have not watched that movie recently. She has problems.
She's not like a fucking spaz.
She's not some girl bumped her and she tried to eat her in the beginning of the movie. I don't think you watched it recently.
I think we all have done that.
No.
I've
You guys are both creatures then.
tried to eat several people.
You guys call me a beast and a monster. You guys are both.
Because you can't even decipher your own speech.
I know, but like I haven't tried to eat people before.
Let's all podcast like we're Kingston.
Let's go past like I'm Chris. I'm gay, I'm blind, I'm gay. How about that?
Notice how you understood me?
That's true.
Let's move on to questions from our patrons over at patreon.com/snarktank.
Letting her be taken is crazy. Wait, in that fucking movie.
questions.
I don't know. And
Questions ever be answered? What is even the point of questions? I'm fucking stupid.
You went Yoda at the end. You went a little too Yoda.
I mean, he is that like.
he's Yodis.
Sorry, not beautiful.
Do you remember when some like chick was like even a little? She was like a little bit overweight. I think it was like a cover magazine or something. I don't even remember what it was.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, "Sorry, not beautiful," and it's like, you fucking hamster rat. Imagine say like the self-aware. Isn't it always those people that always just look like fucking like dumpsters, and they're like, "Oh, this person's not hot," and I'm like, "Shut up, dude."
I mean,
Shut
I
the
agree,
fuck
but
up.
like you can't say it.
I don't even think it wasn't even like that bad.
No, it really wasn't that crazy. It was
Or,
like it was like relatively pretty normal. There's sometimes I will say sometimes I see billboards like that and I'm like,
No, there was
Brother.
bro.
Like-
there was
there's
there was like a
lines.
Venus,
on.
the shaver thing, and some chick. I felt so bad for her because she was on the beach, and I'm like,
Oh,
nigga,
no.
whale, like, come on,
you
brother.
can't let that happen
she was
to people.
So fat too. Like it was. You guys probably remember this. If I pull up, you'd be like, I remember this image.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was just. She was just.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It was just so fat. She was so fucking fat, dude. Sucked. I was like. It was just like I was just like
This was like a 9/11 for him.
No, I just felt bad for her because I was like, oh man, she's gonna get destroyed.
It's kind of like that. Do you remember that the H&M
Oh yeah, coolest monkey in the jungle.
coolest monkey in the jungle, and
shit
then, like a
was
little black kid wearing a shirt that said "coolest monkey in the jungle" and an H&M ad?
That shit was delicious
That was a good one.
because it was like just since it was the African immigrants in the UK
Yeah.
that didn't know monkey was used in that way, so there was no connection to even.
Here's what I think.
I can tell you 2,000,000% they say that in the UK.
No, but here's
I can tell you 2
I
million
think it's a pretty-
fucking percent.
that's hold on.
2,000,000% in UK.
I think it's a pretty old world insult. But I will say that definitely got through because somebody was like, yo, nobody caught this? That's crazy. And then they passed it off. Like somebody absolutely knew what it meant that passed it off to get that ad approved. I don't think
Maybe-
most of the people at the end of it really
Maybe.
knew.
I think a lot. I think
it's
someone
maybe-
saw this and they were like, I guess.
I hope it's that.
I think it's absolutely. I feel like there's no
to me,
way.
it's just well, you say there's no way, but then it's something simple. As I remember, what's that bro Disney, Jake Paul bro, Everyday Bro, and no one noticed. Out of all of the fucking thing, it touched a bunch of people. Dozens of people worked on this song, and it was like England is my city. No one noticed that he was saying a country is a city.
I think they noticed.
No, they didn't. They talked about it.
I don't think
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I don't know why you're trying to insert what you think in what is actually true.
It's a pie. We're talking about what we think. What do you mean?
No, what I'm talking. I literally just told you what happened. You're like, I don't think that's true. Like, I'm
I
like,
don't think that's true.
okay. You go ahead and think that.
You mean to tell me like that there's not a single person in the production
Yeah,
line
bro,
at all?
Think about fucking Game of Thrones, where fucking Starbucks made it.
Yeah.
You thought the editor was like, oh man, that's crazy, and then press fucking render.
I think the editor at the point was like,
fuck it.
What are you gonna do? Like, we can't go back and
miss stuff
fucking
all the time. I don't know why that's
think-
such a weird concept. to
No,
me.
I think people can miss stuff. I also think it's possible that people miss stuff because there's not a lot of energy to be put into fixing it.
Like, there's a pretty good chance. You though? Is that because that's not me? That ain't how I think. I would rather just correct it real fast.
I could see
If you're not being paid to correct it, why?
I could see a truth where like
why wouldn't I not get paid to correct it?
You're
Go
paid
to the
a certain
studio
amount.
and go fucking pay. Go.
It's the same thing with like bad CG. We know that we can make better CG.
Yeah, but that's a budget issue.
Exactly.
That's a significant budget issue.
Yeah.
That's not a few $100s.
I think going in and airbrushing a Starbucks cup is more trouble than it was worth, probably.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Because they're using the same fucking equipment you use.
I'm just saying as an editor.
I think they happened is they did the shot already. They had everything there. It was probably way too expensive for them to just be like, let's reshoot this whole bitch again.
I think
You
it's
don't have
also
to
what I'm
reshoot
saying.
it.
Here's what I'm saying. I think it's also possible that they're just dumb and they didn't see it, and nobody in the line saw it. I'm just saying, as an editor, that stuff, editors know.
'Cause I didn't see
Editors
that
know
cup
that
until
shit is
somebody
there.
brought it
When there's like a guy in like Sam Raimi's original Evil Dead, like off to the side, kind of like in the grass, who's not supposed to be there, the editor knows he's there. Like it's just this is the shot that we have.
I don't, because like they can just fix that. They're editors. They're editors. Why would they not?
Because sometimes it's not. Why?
To me, it's like there's two different types. There's people who put in Easter eggs for specific reasons. Like, I got snubbed from this, so I'm going to put my name in here somewhere and nobody's going to notice. Because no one is going to notice. So there's that. But then there's like glaring dumb mistakes like that it's just usually a hurry-up job. Like, you're just getting something done and everybody misses it because realistically, no one gives a shit. So
Yeah.
nobody scanned it. It made it on TV. Autistic people saw it. And then they're like, oops. To me, because that's like, there's so many people that are editors and they're really talented people, and I love catching their mistakes. I'm like, even this really talented editor that can kill it and do the best graphics, and they just left something in because they're probably working at 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like they knew it was there and they didn't want to fix it. It was just, they just didn't catch it.
I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that editors don't catch it.
But you are an
It's
editor.
more like, yeah. And I've never made a mistake that I didn't know was there. For me, it was more like, that's going to be a bitch to re-render. Whatever.
To me, that's like the easiest thing to do. It's like, oh. And then,
I've had computers die in the middle of renders and like losing like 40 hours of fucking. No, I'm not gonna re-render a fucking. Like, I'm traumatized from that shit.
to me, that's
so like
that's
you're gonna deal with the fucking mistimed
so.
text.
I will give you that if that is an extremely, because that's insane to me. Like if that is a common, that's a common problem of
it's not a common
rendering.
problem. It's just it happened once at a situation where it was probably the worst possible, like a long ass project, and the
This is
computer
actually a
died and I
very
lost
interesting-
everything, and now like I can't edit the
Editors
edit with that.
in the people that are listening. This is actually a really interesting. Like, have you noticed like little tedious mistakes, and just was like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, of
Or
course.
have
That's
you-
how everything is.
No, that's not how I do things.
But maybe
If
Derek, you are
it's
an
really
abnormal.
tedious,
Even
I'll just-
painters do it. Even
I don't
like
even think
people
it's-
that paint, people that draw, people that write, people that
No,
like
but
sing.
you can't read. You can't redo it. That's painting. Editing's different. Like
I think once you
painting
get-
and drawing. If you make a mistake, that's like I'm either, if I try to fix this, I'm gonna probably make it worse. So you just leave it alone.
Well, yeah, people are like, I've already gotten so far in this, especially if it's like something that's very passive that you may not notice, or it's like not
Something
intruding.
like, say, a Starbucks cup, which is what we're normally talking about, which is like a thing that like, okay, I can just I know I can just crop this out. I can do. There's many things you can do. There's many things they can do. There's many things they can get around it that which would only take a few minutes to get done.
I'm sure it was
And
noticed.
so-
If it was noticed, I think it was noticed well past the point where there was even time to fix it. And they were like, we don't give a fuck to do this.
Look, it's
Or they just didn't care to do it. I think it has to be one of those
just
two.
knowing what media is now. Like, there is no, like, it would have to be like, oh, I don't even know how, because everything's so digitally past now. Like, the idea that there is no time now doesn't really make sense anymore. Where it's like back then when you had like physical fucking media to be like, oh, this is the master.
I think it's more that the time is crunched now.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of time. Like if you have the choice between editing a Starbucks cup out of a shot that most people won't see anyway, versus like something else that requires immediate attention on a timeline, you're probably just going to be like, fucking.
If that was the actual case, we just don't know.
I remember
right?
watching an episode. I didn't see the cup at first, and then I remember I watched it again and I saw the cup. And it's like, whoever saw that cup must have been fucking.
There's a scene in the Last of Us finale where like there's just some guy in the fucking
Season 1 or 2.
just now.
Oh, really?
Like the most recent
The
episode.
dude.
Yeah, there's just or like in the Joel flashback episode, Ellie and him are riding horses, and there's just some guy in fucking plaid just sitting in the grass next to them, and it's just like it's
like,
insane.
who the fuck's that guy?
Like, and he's not. It's not. It's clearly a mistake, but like. They saw him, dude. Like it's if you're an editor, you don't not know that he's there.
I see. This is the thing. Where
let me find it actually.
When you're lazy, this is like from the lazy perspective. When you're lazy, you don't see everything because you're going too fast. A lot of times, people even when they rewatch stuff over to make sure there's no mistakes, they'll watch it at 2 times speed, and then I'm like, okay, you're gonna miss stuff. You're obviously going to miss stuff at 2 times speed.
I think more often than not, if something gets through, it's because of the fact that either somebody didn't care clearly or it's too late to fucking.
I think not caring is always there, and then it's the extras that we're kind of like talking about. Yeah,
like, I don't fucking.
We're kind of like talking about. Do you care enough to do it, or it's a lack of care in either way. Like either you didn't care enough to fix it, or you didn't care enough to scan and find all the mistakes.
The monkey in the jungle thing. I think someone probably saw that and they were like, if they're letting this go through, it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
That it's like.
I just think there's a lot of people. Look, I think sometimes you underestimate how not in tune with people are with racial epithets or racial slurs. I think there's a lot of people who are head in the fucking clouds.
I get that,
and they're not fucking internet dumb brain people.
I can know you're right about that, but like it was a British company. It's like I've been there before. I know family who are there.
That doesn't say anything.
People say that shit.
At the H&M at the top of these people that are just doing their job.
So I would assume that people that are up, like, because obviously people at the top don't fucking.
Like, if this was like a commercial on the streets and stuff, and they were shooting, people would be like, "Yo, what's with the fucking?" Like,
no, I get that, but like the people, it doesn't start at the top. You know, things kind of bounce back and forth between the top. So I'm sure someone at the lower end was like,
"There isn't, dude." Maybe. So all there is wardrobe, because I've been on set. I've been on set. I used to be a background actor, and so you talk to wardrobe. Mm-hmm. You pretty much only interact with the PA. And then maybe, because since they weren't doing like an actual, like, there was no director because they weren't doing a video. So there's just a photographer and probably some dumb PA.
But thinking of it like that, none of them saw that?
Well, this is a pointless.
You don't think anyone saw that? You don't think anyone was like...
find it, damn
it's it. Not, it's really
so annoying.
I'm telling you, like, when you're on, like, it's very isolated stuff because it's like, get on set. It's all set up now.
Yeah.
Here's your clothes that the fucking wardrobe picked out for you. Put them on, take the pictures, get the fuck out.
I think it was like, unfortunate, but I think it was funny.
Like it's just hilarious. Not like we're thinking of it. I just never thought of it in a way as like somebody had to have noticed. I'm like, there have been crazier things that have slipped through cracks.
The Nick or Treat thing happened too.
Nick or Treat.
Yeah, Nick or Treat was crazy.
I think what's this?
Never heard of Nick or Treat thing? When it's like there was like Halloween like 2002, they had like a Nickelodeon thing where it's called Nick or Treat. But the way they were saying it was too quick. It sounded like they were saying the N-word. Gotcha. I remember that happening, and
that's
I was
sick as fuck.
That was hilarious.
I was like,
that was a hilarious time.
I was too young to understand N-word, but I was
too.
Like, this is funny. Clearly,
yeah, no, I think it's more likely. It's more likely with the H&M thing because those are so. There's so many people involved in those things. I think like the whole England is my city thing. It's like, they probably just didn't notice. But like,
also they're probably all dumb as they interact with Jake Paul.
Huh? Well, yeah, they are retarded. Well, no one's debating that.
They're probably all ground chewers. So
it's just crazy. It's I don't know. It's weird.
Fucking cement chewing.
But I know when I fuck up, it's usually because it's like it's really late, and sometimes I'll notice this. I'll specifically listen to something with like, oh, I think I made a mistake. I'll play it back and my mind tunes out and I have to listen to it 3 or 4 times to finally get a grasp of what I'm listening to. And I feel like sometimes people just don't go backwards to make sure that they actually grasp what they were looking at or hearing.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to just make mistakes. And like you said, maybe at a certain point, it's like a combination of both where dude didn't notice at the time, but then he noticed when it was the final project and this didn't say anything.
Yeah, I think that's probably that happens a lot.
That's definitely a possibility, but it's also kind of risking your job doing that too.
Yeah.
It's like,
because it's people don't really. In fact, that's kind of like the it's like the Wilhelm scream kind of. People like, oh, people kind of like when there's like, oh, the van in Braveheart.
I think people. I personally love that stuff.
I love the Wilhelm scream.
I would be the one to do it too much to where I probably definitely would get fired.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like I want to put like I want to put a mime in everything. Exactly.
I want to put a mime in The Land Before Time.
Are you not entertained? And then around the corner.
That's fucking entertaining, dude.
I did that the running ad that a mime puts a barrier
shot.
up and he's like,
I couldn't find the shot of the no, because I guess it's too new.
Interesting.
So like,
no one on Reddit or anything, huh?
Oh, maybe on Reddit. Like, I hate using fucking Google on my phone.
I feel you.
Nothing, dude. Have you tried to use a video game guide on a phone lately?
no, not in a while.
Dude, because I was trying to find a couple months ago. I was trying to find something, and I went on the IGN guide at pop up
7,000
It's
ads.
unfucking unusable. It's actually ridiculous.
They're such assholes because I remember like back in the day there'd be like cheatcc.com or something.
remember that.
So you get the cheat codes and get guides and stuff like that.
Cheat
and it's
Code
just
Central.
a blank ass fucking bluish website, right? And then you just go. Now it's whatever you need is at the very bottom. So you keep scrolling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I need a guide about this thing. I want to know about something really important. Well, if you're looking for, you're in the right place. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you scroll and then this thing comes up.
Yeah,
You gotta-
it's,
and I'm
it's
like-
horrible, dude. Because there was a point where I was just like, I was looking something up where I was like, is this am I running into a glitch? Like, is this supposed to happen like this? And then I looked up a guide and it was just it was exactly that. It's horrible.
It's so cool, man. I love
I miss Cheat Code Central and stuff like that.
yeah, stuff like that. That was the purest of
I miss old video games.
I miss
Something about them
buying-
seem old, like magical to me.
physical guides, man. Like there was just like something that felt cool about
I never used those physical guides as guides, but I really liked having them.
Yeah, it was not
like they were really cool to read.
there wasn't very many. It was only usually when it was a fighting game. I used a guide because so you can truly understand. When the internet started getting more prominent, of course, it just stopped. But like there are some things where like if you want to know how to be, you want to know how to do King's combo that'll like technically one shot someone if you chain it all the way through. Then you get the guide so you can see all that shit. But
the one kid that could do that was a fucking asshole. You were that one piece of shit that could do it, and everybody's like, "What
God.
the fuck do I do?"
That shit's so dope.
The Prima strategy guides. Good times, man. I think the only game I really used the guide for, like authentically like that, was probably like Budokai 3.
There was some guy, I think it was
they had
called
like a really
Wizard,
weird unlock system.
the Wizard guy. Do you guys remember that Wizard something?
The Wizard song?
Wizard-
Look it up.
Wizard-
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I forgot what it was.
I think you're making shit up again.
like comic book guy.
Are you thinking of the Wizard of Oz on VHS?
I think so.
Yeah, I understand how he might confuse those two.
Yeah.
Video game strategy guys and the Wizard of Oz on VHS.
Yes, it was a comic book. It was a comic book magazine.
He said that with like the
It was Wizard or Wizards. The Wizards, the magazine, comic, entertainment, and pop culture.
Let me see the cover.
magazine.
Yeah.
maybe I'll recommend
this
logo
one
or
has
something.
fucking I don't know. This has him on it back in Brian.
That just looks like a standard ass fucking tabloid.
Let me see.
This is a regular. This is one of the fucking more modern. It's probably one of the last ones. This is from
That would not have caught my eye at all.
I would have
But
asked my brother.
it started in
Maybe it was a little
'91.
bit.
I remember my uncle would have them all the time, and I was like, these are
I feel
so
like my
fucking
brother
cool.
might have had those.
This is where the
I never
debate
had
between Goku and Superman happens. I remember there was a panel where Goku and Superman were fighting each other, Go Super Saiyan 3, and they were fighting. I remember that.
Wait, I
being,
understand.
Like,
It's
so
It was in Wizard?
It's comic books.
It was comic books, actually like pop culture shit.
Oh, so it's not a strategy guide.
Okay.
It was tragic. It was like the last
It
magazine
was
I
like
remember
a.
having.
I see.
And I was like, oh, dude, my uncle had so many of them. Now they're definitely gone.
Yeah.
Because whenever you move, they just. I hate moving because I lose something every time.
Of course. Yeah. It's
Every
like,
time I
it's like
lose
you have to.
something.
It's like a sacrificial ritual or something.
Like,
Yeah.
leaving this place here, give your toll to the fucking taker.
Yeah.
And something comes out without a face, and it's like.
All right, let's move on to
Yep.
questions. Like
Got
we
him.
said, we're going to do an hour ago.
Yeah. Like you did say that, didn't you?
Let's see. Let's go ahead with.
It was 20 years. Holy shit.
Was good, my
Let's
bigger.
see. Coming in my eyes to gay beetle porn. Wrote in.
Gay beetle porn, so stupid.
That's insane. He says, "Hello, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. What's the worst thing you remember seeing a teacher do to someone in school? When I was in first grade, we had a student with actual brain damage in our class, and one day our teacher threw him into a metal bookshelf because he couldn't comprehend what story time was, and she was pissed at him. God damn, where did you live?"
Gotta be Midwest, dude.
Yeah, that's Midwest. Well, I don't know, man. That's Midwest or like dire parts of cities.
Yeah, really fucked up city. Yeah, like
So cool.
yeah. Damn.
Did you hear the question?
Yeah.
That's
That teacher should have been fired, first and foremost.
I've
That's
never
insane. Fire that teacher immediately.
anything close to that. Yeah,
I've seen teachers
I've
fight
seen a
students, but,
student
like,
throw a chair at a teacher, but like, not the other way
I've seen
around.
a teacher restrain a student, not like fight a student, but like restrain a student.
That's nothing.
I told the story of how I was like lifted up by my shirt. That's probably the worst thing that I'd ever seen done to a student by a teacher, and it happened to me. But I don't think I ever saw, like, it was mostly the kids being dickheads to the teachers. Like, I remember a kid shat at a teacher once.
How's that work? Excuse me?
Where'd you go to school?
What?
Where'd you go to
Did
school?
you say shat at?
Shat at.
Like
He
projectile shit?
He tried to projectile shit.
It just kind of fell on the desk.
Just kind of plopped on
You
the
saw
desk.
shit just come out of an asshole? Like off a toilet?
Well, I mean, I was
go to
looking
school
at
in
it.
the zoo?
I didn't see that head on, but like I saw,
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
a crazy visual. To see.
lying.
Imagine being the teacher.
this is college too.
He's lying.
Okay, now you're
He's
bullshit.
lying.
This guy was like, well, I didn't know. He was like, he might have went to some jungle school.
Dude, one of the funniest things that I do remember though was like it was a physics professor too, which I don't really understand what the lesson was because a physics professor brought in a chicken. I don't know what the purpose was exactly. But he brought in a chicken. Do you remember the story? I feel like a lot of people that we know have this story because they were in that class. But he brought a chicken on and put it on the desk in the lab, and then it just shat all over the desk.
Of course.
And I do remember that as like a vivid memory where I was like, oh.
Of course it did.
What? That's all I took away from that lesson was that, wow, chicken shit looks crazy.
I do have one thing that was really. We had a teacher named Mr. Crocker.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we definitely did. And Mr. Crocker was a fat guy with like kind of blind in one eye, huge ginger beard. And this guy.
Wait a second, you're not describing the cartoon. Is this real?
What?
Is real?
Did you really have a?
Is real?
Did you really have a teacher named Mr. Crocker?
Mr. Crocker?
That's wild.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah,
that would have been rough if he was growing. Our generation would have had a
little
rough,
younger,
a rough
he would have had to
time
kill
with
him.
that guy.
It would, yeah. But this, so the thing about him, and it kind of disturbed all of us, was that, a lot of the teachers would pee in the regular restrooms if they're by their classes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So they were just, it's right by the class, he's going to run in and pee. But the way this guy would pee, he was notorious. Everybody knew that he would, not put his pants all the way down, but enough to where you can see, because he would stand a little bit too far away from the urinal, and his giant red bush was just out, and he's just like, and it was so fucking nasty, dude. Like to where one time to get away from him, I was peeing. I like stopped my piss and peed a little bit on me to just leave.
Went to the toilet and you went
Because
to the stall?
because I left. No, I left the fucking bathroom.
Dude, stopping a throttle of piss is painful.
I went to, because there's a bathroom just across the, this was like in the new buildings, and then there's a big like grassy thing, and then there's the old building stuff. So I just went over to the old stuff to finish peeing because
pissing your pants.
I just felt like the fact that like that dude's so free, and he might have just been some hippie, because he would wear a lot of tie-dye shirts and stuff. He's just some free hippie guy, maybe not a pedo, but at the same time, you never know.
You gotta say something about that though.
The fact, it is weird that how many students didn't like narc on like weird teachers. Because we knew there was one teacher that was like, for sure, fucking students.
Oh, 100%.
Well, that was back when the students had no power at a certain point. Now I think they have too much.
Maybe so.
Now it's like teachers will come in and they'll be, or parents will come in and they'll be like, "Why'd you fail my student?" or "Why'd you fail my son?" And it's like,
Your son
because he
sucks.
failed.
He sucks. What do you mean?
Yeah. Now it's
I
the
absolutely-
pendulum swung too far.
There was absolutely a teacher in my school that was fucking students, and I wish I fucked her too, but I'm glad I didn't.
I know what you mean at the time.
At the time, I was like,
At
I
the
should do
time,
it
there was
too.
a fucking.
She gave me a hint, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this because I'm scared, and I have a girlfriend. But I should have been like, fuck.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Cheating on your girlfriend with one of the teachers, and
You
your
with the teacher,
that
yeah.
your girlfriend's in that guy's with you with is insane.
That would, and you would. I think you would have been hospitalized. Like she would have did something to you.
That one, yeah, that one would have. She would have been mad. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I should have done it though.
Yeah, I only had one.
No, I should have done it.
Would have
but-
called it like a teacher's aide or a sub. It was a substitute. One of them was like, she was just like, ass was too. You're like, it was one of those things where she subbed for my graphics class because we had this old fossil dude that was normally, and then she came in and we were like, excuse me, where
I'm
are
gonna
you?
pay all the attention.
Where
man.
are you from? Because it was the first time I saw her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 this," and we're just like, "This." She was like new, so freshly out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, It was like it was so funny. The energy in the room completely shifted.
It was bad. It was bad. We should have said something about it. I feel bad now because like that definitely did damage to some of those kids.
Yeah,
but it's whatever, man.
At least the culture, yeah, like you said, maybe Chris said it's too much, but I guess I'd rather have too much than too little. I guess.
I
Know
guess
what I mean? Power,
yeah.
the power. I think I'd rather just because like to protect the kids. I think
For sure, yeah.
Overcorrecting isn't as bad as just everybody being quiet like we were.
It's definitely better.
Yeah, because no one said nothing ever. we knew for sure. Everyone like
we cheered homie on.
The basketball coach was just fucking. Also, the volleyball coach and the volleyball, the girls the volleyball shorts should have been illegal. Like I loved it. What are you talking about? But like when I think about it in retrospect, they were just booty shorts.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, this is awesome. But like when I think about it now, I'm like, well, yeah, of course the Predators are signing up. I'm like, I'm gonna be the volleyball coach.
It is.
I need to show you
highly
something
suspect.
at my house. It's kind of crazy.
At my house. Yeah. I need this at my house.
Tryouts for the volleyball team at my house.
My buddy told me about that. You guys might know about this. I guess this notorious pedophile that was a gymnast. He just told me about this like a month ago. Like there was a guy that was so trusted in this community that he would he assaulted a student in front of the parent by saying like, "Oh, this is gonna help out with your like your stretching or your something." And like fingered her ass in front of a parent, saying this is what needs to be done. And people like respected him enough in the community that they didn't realize till way later, like this guy's a fucking pedophile. He even had complaints, and then the parents were like, "You're being crazy, daughter. You're gonna ruin this man's reputation." When she like explained, this guy's like assaulted me like all this time and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then she later on kills herself.
Oh, cool.
And then sorry. That's not what happened. When it finally came to light, the dad killed himself.
Jackpot.
And everyone was kind of like, ooh.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know the guy's name.
It's highly suspect.
Jackpot. That's awesome.
But yeah, let's move on. Corinne threw it in. Said, hey, Chris and Sween and Derek. This question is more on a serious side, but with the recent passing of legendary comic author Peter David.
Oh, yeah.
Two first names. I never heard of him.
Pete Davidson. Crazy.
Pete Davidson died?
Yeah.
And he's a comic creator?
And he's a
It's
comic creator.
fucking tragic. He says, I can't help but ask this. If you don't know, Peter David created Spider-Man 2099, Young Justice, and revolutionized the Hulk and Avengers mythos, and yet he had to set up a GoFundMe earlier this year to help pay his medical bills and still died swathed with medical bills and debt, while Marvel and DC rakes in millions of dollars
Yeah, it's completely
off of his creations. I'm hoping this will finally be a wake-up call. It won't. For the entire industry, so that authors and illustrators will finally be paid what they're owed. But I know better. Yeah,
Absolutely not.
It changed a lot after the MCU first came into being, because obviously several characters were made by people. The character Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, is the version of Bucky Barnes that we have as the Winter Soldier was made by a person named Ed Brubaker. He created him.
What'd you say? What'd you add?
Ed Brubaker.
Are you?
His name is Ed Brubaker.
It's a meme, right?
Say it one more time.
Ed Brubaker.
Brubaker?
Brubaker, yeah.
You fucking
What's so funny?
You kept saying Ed Brubaker.
Brubaker.
Oh, was I saying that?
Yes.
Holy shit! My bad. Whoa.
Like 3 times in a row. It
That's
felt
why I'm
like.
like, excuse me? And you
Oh,
didn't even acknowledge what
shit.
you said?
I didn't know I was saying that. Ed Brubaker.
Brubaker.
Brubaker. I think I wasn't enunciating. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
what okay. Brubaker?
Brubaker. Yeah.
Okay, so that guy made Winter Soldier,
great
or the
character.
version that we know.
Gotcha.
Got no royalties for any of the movies that came out.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck him.
So he went very.
It went all to the RDJ. He
Yeah.
just vacuumed-
Just give it to
vacuumed
Robert
the
Downey Jr.
As a matter of fact, give me your money.
Give all the money to Robert Downey Jr. That's
He
it.
vacuumed it out of his
But
pockets.
they've been better about it, but it's still not fair. They deserve way more money and way more recognition for the creation that they've made. That those characters, though they may be funded by Marvel, they're not created by them. That's fucking crazy. It makes me really, really sad because a lot of really talented artists that work really hard and they end up getting fucked over. But then people are like fucking what's his name, the guy that made Spawn and fucking created the black
Todd
suit.
McFarlane.
Is a gigantic, glaring monolith of a cunt. And he has the rights of his characters now. Everyone over there, like the person that made the guy that made Walking Dead, Kirkman owns Invincible. That is his character.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That is his.
He should.
He owns Spawn. Those are his characters.
Cool.
It's unfortunate that Marvel wouldn't do that, but Marvel sucks, and they've been a corporation for a long fucking time. And if they had to pay people out for the characters they made, they'd be paying people out a lot of money for a lot of characters.
Yeah.
So
a lot of money that is still a drop in the bucket.
Oh, 10%.
That's what's so fucking upsetting. It's not like, oh, we're gonna go bankrupt. It's like, no, just fucking the money. Like, I guess what also
It's that I hate that shit.
think-
We're gonna go bankrupt because the reality is, it's like no, they would simply be less rich.
yes, there would be a little bit less, marginally less. That's the thing that upsets me is that. Like, look, if I were to say, for example, like, I know a lot of people disagree with me, but if I were like Robert Downey Jr. and I made millions of dollars in just residuals alone, I would pay a lot of people money because I'm fucking good. But that's just me. I know most people would be like, fuck you, that's my money. Yeah, sure, it's your money. I
think the mentality of having extreme wealth does something to your brain.
I think
it has to.
If you were always surrounded, like say, a lot of the people that are executives and top, they are always around this type of mentality. They're always around. They're all nepos or they're friends of friends, and they're all this stuff. So they're all in this culture of like Wall Street. The same thing. There's just a culture, and they're not a regular person that got into money. Like if you look at something like I keep focusing on the NBA, but like some NBA people that like do a shit ton of philanthropy because they grew up in. Is that Jordan Peterson? What's happening?
Don't worry. Don't mind me.
You haven't even done anything yet.
I'm deciding.
But yeah, there's a lot of people that do like philanthropy. The ones that like came from nothing and now they have just way too much money.
Yeah, but that's not even most of them. Most people that get money are fucking freak out.
I know it's not most of them, but there is for the little amount of people that have been in the NBA, which is only a few thousand people.
Sure.
Like there's still a percentage of them that have done a lot of philanthropy, and that is so much more than, say, the top executives of like the biggest corporations that just steal money. They siphon money. And it's fucking upsetting that seeing all these people that have created things that people absolutely love, billions of people on the planet, like enjoy some of these characters.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Don't
I
worry.
see lips in the nose.
Don't pay attention to me.
You better not be drawing me.
I'm not. I wasn't.
I think he's drawing Blue Bigger.
Yeah, brew bigger.
I was watching I was watching a some basketball recently, and I was looking at what his name? Jokic. What is it, Luka?
Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic, yeah. That nigga doesn't play defense for the life of him. It's crazy.
He's too heavy.
It's crazy. He plays no defense at all.
He's too heavy.
Wow, he's a big dude.
He's like 6'7" or 6'8", and he's like probably, to me, he should probably be like 20 pounds lighter, so then he can be a lot faster.
Yeah,
so
he's really, really good in the post. He's really, really good in the post, but people are like he's like, oh, he's fucking great in the league right now, and I'm like,
he's such a prolific scorer. He's an amazing scorer.
He can score out of his mind. That's true.
That's the thing. Like he's an insane scorer, but like he's a defensive liability, and unfortunately, that's how like when you're that good, there's no incentive to.
That's the game has become. The game has
better.
become a lot of just scoring, and I blame that on Steph Curry. Not his fault.
It's partially him being so good.
That era of him.
It unlocked that, especially when you think about statistically.
Yeah.
If you take the same amount of shots of twos versus threes, well, then whoever made the most threes, right, wins the game automatically. Yeah. So it's kind of like, as a probability, you can take several more threes than twos and still beat a team that took less threes. So that's why like people are just doing the math. And they're like, oh, I ruined the game. And I'm like, well, look, then they need to bring back certain things like hand checking. Like hand checking needs to be back. There's certain things that you need to let defense play defense. right? Because the rules have been changed enough to where just let almost pure offense take over because it's more scoring, more points, which brings in the casuals. But it makes basketball way worse. Like I remember they interviewed Greg Popovich about that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I fucking hate modern basketball. He said literally hate. He's like, I hate modern basketball.
I knew what JJ Redick was talking about. He was like, I would not want to play the game if I was able to play it again.
Yeah. So we
Shout out to JJ Redick. I fucking love that guy.
I like him in small.
I like JJ Redick. I don't like his commentary all the time, but I like him as a person.
I like him as a person. There's no, I like him as a person. I think the coach, he needs way more work because I think he screwed up a lot in his first year.
Is he related to Lance?
He's related to the dude from Pitch Black.
Lance.
Pitch
I
Black?
think it was Lance. I think it was Lance Reddick.
Lance? No, you're thinking of Lance Armstrong.
No, I'm thinking of Lance Reddick.
Oh, is it? Wait, his name's Lance?
Yeah, the black guy, the big black dude. That's like, I talk like this, and I have a very stoic way of speaking.
The Chronicles of Reddit.
No, you're thinking of Reddit.
The Chronicles of Reddit.
Yes.
That'd be a fucking
website.
terrifying
Gotcha.
place.
Yeah.
That'd be hell.
The
shit I've seen on Reddit already, and I'm not even that far in, is fucking dumb.
I was hoping you'd jump in and try to continue to derail it.
Yeah.
Let's go to Sweeney getting pig roasted by 3 normal-sized beetles.
They're so strong.
That's insane.
These fucking little beetles just fucking. They got you.
They got you. You see, you mentioned that you don't like it.
Yeah.
So now it's the only thing.
Now you're a beetle god.
You're Beetle Boy.
Yeah, you're a beetle boy.
My little beetle.
Somebody draw Kingston in a beetle costume.
Yeah, draw Kingston in a beetle costume, crying a little bit.
Yeah, and his dad like looking at him. Proud?
Almost like Simba in the like Simba looking up at Mufasa in the clouds.
Yeah. I like that. I like
that.
that.
He goes like, "I'm proud of you, beetle son."
That is
my little beetle
fucking
boy.
Phenomenal. That is a phenomenal painting that will be hung in my apartment.
Yeah, I'll hang it right above my bathroom. Anyway, he writes in. He says, "Finally joined Patreon after freeloading since the Zach episode. You've been freeloading for 6 years.
Wow. Thank you though.
Yeah. So thanks for jumping on. Finally, Jesus, you owe us so much more than this." I am kidding, kind of. Only reason joining is asking what Sweeney's aversion to beetles is. Did someone shove a pack of beetles up his ass when he was younger? What's the deal? Thanks.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know what his aversion to be. I don't know what you have an aversion to beetles that's confusing to me.
I have no hate against beetles at all.
If I put a beetle up here on this table right now, I'll put it this way: if I reached into my pocket, pulled out a beetle, and put it on the table right now, how would you?
It would shock me that you had a beetle on you the whole time, but I'd be like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Would it bother you?
Not that much.
It wouldn't bother you that I had a beetle on my person, just like kind of waiting
that'd
for
bother
that.
me, but the fact that it being there, I'd be like, "Oh, this is a little beetle."
Okay, so the beetle's presence doesn't bother you so much as its premeditated planting would bother you.
Not really bother me. Just be like all confusing why you have a beetle.
I feel like that would bother me.
That's good for you.
I feel like if you like, I don't know, if you reached into your underwear and pulled out a beetle, I feel like I'd be bothered by that.
Who's one of the big ones?
That is a little disturbing.
One of the cool big ones.
Like
I think they
like
look
a
cool.
scarab.
Ooh, scarab.
That'd be cool.
Because I think beetles look awesome. I think like aesthetically, they look like little mechs.
So what's your aversion to the beetle?
I don't
thing?
like I don't like all the fucking beetle sex and the bug banging.
Oh,
I guess that's
you're
fair.
a prude. Okay.
He's a bit of a beetle
guess,
prude.
I guess, yeah.
This guy's like fucking one of those Mayflower fucking pussies.
Mayflower pussies.
Or whatever that came over. What are those stupid, the Plymouth Rock freaks?
The Pilgrims?
Yeah, the Pilgrims. That's what I was looking for. The belt hat niggas, you know.
I've definitely heard that before. You belt hat niggas, you know.
Dude, having a belt on your head is actually psychotic.
Like,
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's why.
It's fucking. Dude, I'm be real.
The idea of like tightening a belt around your skull.
It could look cool though.
It's
with
kind
the
of-
right kind of belt buckle. It could go hard.
Somebody
Good.
know.
could make, like, you know what I mean.
It could go
Somebody
hard. It
could
could go hard.
make that pop off. Unfortunately,
Maybe, yeah.
It's like what you call it? I forgot how you say cowboys in Spanish, what they're called, but the Spanish cowboys, the way they have their fucking hats so ornately designed.
Sure.
That's fucking cool. Are they caballeros? Is that how you say it?
They have
I think that's right.
They have the New York City taxi medallions on their
That's really fire.
on their fucking.
Really fire.
Do you know about that? The medallions?
No.
Dude, to be, I don't know if it's like this anymore. Probably not. But it used to be that to be an official like New York City taxi cab driver, you'd have to buy an official medallion.
You had to buy it?
And I think it was like thousands of dollars. I think it was like 10 grand or something.
What?
In like 90s money. I'm not even exaggerating.
What is
All right,
this?
now
Let me look it up. Hold on, let me look it
Now
up.
we're,
I'm not even.
know
I don't
this.
even think. I don't think I'm lying about this.
cat people don't have that kind of money. What are you talking
That's what I'm
about?
saying.
Yeah, fucking African or Somali man come over here. They don't got that
Taxi
kind of money.
medallion.
Yeah. They're often Somali. I can tell by the way they look.
Yeah, some Nigerian prince finally used his money to become a taxi driver.
Crazy.
I come to America.
Bro, by the
drive
mid
taxi.
2000s, medallions sold between $400,000 and $500,000.
I don't know.
No, but that was like resale.
As memorabilia.
Yeah, not
Not
to
like
have it. You didn't need it.
get the Trump taxi medallions.
The medallion system is a government-created intentional constraint of the supply of taxi cabs, and because cities have historically increased the number of medallions at a slower rate, blah, 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 blah. I can't remember what the cost wasn't nearly that much, but I remember they were expensive. They were like 10 grand was not an unreasonable cost for the medallion for a taxi cab driver
That
to
is
get it.
crazy.
I swear these medallions are not from China. Go to Trump.com and buy the new New York. What are these things? Medallions, whatever they are.
The camera cuts.
What are these things?
The camera cuts. There's a Chinese boy lugging a bunch over to a fucking bag. He's lugging like fucking 3,000 of them.
He still has a sewing machine and a fucking anvil attached to him.
His arm is sewed into the bag the medallions are in, dude.
All right, get away, little Chinese boy.
Get away, Ming
Get away
Ping,
from me,
Ming Ding.
Ming.
Sing ring, Bing, 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 Bing.
He would say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call you Bing Bong now.
I'm gonna call you
Bing Bong, fetch my medallions quickly, hastily.
It's such a the medallion. It's so Lord of the Rings. Like the idea that you would need a medallion.
It
at
just
all.
sounds like so.
It just sounds like. Do you? Oh, you're going to pick me up? Do you have the amulet of Ra?
Yeah, bro.
Like, what are you talking
So like
about?
the Taxi Confederation. What was United Taxi Confederation?
Confederation.
Like, what
I
the fuck were
genuinely,
they?
I don't know exactly.
So then they made extra money off of fools.
if anybody knows more about this, I would love to write in because
I
like,
guess I understand what you're saying because I know a lot of truck drivers have to buy their own fucking trucks.
yeah.
Which is
It's shit like that. Where
which
it's,
is fucking
which those are fucking expensive, like unreasonably expensive.
too much money.
And the medallions were like equivalent to that, I think. But that's just so crazy.
Bro, I fucking can't stand capitalism, dude. Like, it's just like when you hear shit like this, you're like, what the fuck, man?
The older you get, the more you realize that it's just at the core of everything that's wrong.
Everyone's just nickel and diming everyone.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody's trying to get ahead, just stepping on people's, stepping on grandmother's faces, just to get ahead. It's so
Capitalism
sickening.
was fine for a period of time, but it like needs to go away.
it was
now.
never fine.
I think for a period
it
of
was
time-
designed to be this. So
I think
it's
for
designed
a
to
brief
be this.
moment, it was like, oh, this is fine, I guess, for like our early birth in
No,
society.
it was-
The
it was
issue,
and then now
the
it's
issue,
over.
the issue is that it's like a video game meta, right? Where it's just
Yeah.
like you cannot keep
Stay
it
in one meta. Yeah,
you
exactly.
cannot leave it unchanged for a it's like, I guess more accurately, it's like gardening, right? Where it's like you gotta trim the fucking weeds every now and again. Competition's good, generally, but like it always exceeds the point of normal competition to the point where it just like it's no longer, it's competition for like 3 years and then it's like 50 years of just like bullshit.
But it will.
It's not
it will,
real
it will
it's not real competition.
always be that the robber barons
No, I know.
wanted
right.
this.
Well, yeah, I understand.
So
that,
like,
right?
how do you regulate something that is designed to not be regulated?
That's what I'm saying. You
Once
can't.
at a certain point, you'd be like, "Oh, this is wrong," and stop it. That's it.
But it's designed.
It's
It's like how do you? It's like to me when people play a game and they tell you, "Hey, this game's rigged." You're like, "No, I think I can beat it." And you're like, "Okay, go ahead."
Well, the thing
Go
is
ahead.
this. The thing is this, right? You
Go
can.
ahead.
The thing is that the concept can work, and you could potentially win big from the concept. Like if a game's rigged, right? You're at a casino, right? Casinos are inherently rigged. They are, right? At a certain
What are
point,
you talking about?
Wait, what?
See, like I feel like my analogy. So what I'm trying to say is, capitalism wasn't meant to be fair.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so it's like when you
Agreed.
say, "Oh, it needs to," like we can't go too far. I'm like, but it was designed to go too far.
I think it was meant to exploit people to help the country grow in its first sense. But I think at a certain point it turned into.
I love your optimism.
the thing
You
is,
have to stop. That's enough.
I love your optimism.
The issue with it primarily is that it can't function without.
Fucking people over.
Yeah, like
directly.
other countries need to be kept down in order for this to
directly.
continue. Like if everybody was just the United States, like it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to do it. And so like that's kind of the inherent
I
flaw
think
with it.
the country developed perfectly fine.
But nobody
I think-
cares about what we have to say about that
That's true.
at all. So what should we? I don't know. Where do we want to go? Oh, here's a good one. Plane crashed. Plane crashed in head. Richie Valens.
Plane crashed in head.
I think it's bashed in head.
Oh, bashed in
I think it's
head.
a bashed in head Joel version of plane crashed in head. Richie Valens.
Richie Valens.
I don't know. Yeah, who's Richie Valens? I assume he had a plane hit him.
He died in a plane. No, so the day the music died.
Oh yeah.
Richie
Obviously.
Valens, Buddy Holly.
Oh, they all died at the same time?
Yeah.
They died in a plane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it
Some
wasn't even.
other-
It didn't even crash. It's the crazy part.
They just died.
It just
They just happened to-
kept they kept reaching speeds to where they just orbited. They went in space. They just went out of orbit.
Planes literally can't do that. That's insane.
This plane did. Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad. It's my bad.
Well, see, the thing that what's crazy about it is that like because the Earth spins in one direction, right?
Correct.
If you go the opposite direction, you're kind of like
You'll hit the atmosphere at the same time. It'll
exactly,
be like
and then that's what happened with them. It's like a freak accident where they happened to be flying at the speed that the Earth was turning in the opposite direction, and they kind of hit a singularity, and then shot out into orbit, and then drifted off into space forever.
Nice.
I was trying to see who the last person was. J.P. Richardson, the Big Bopper.
PC Richardson?
J.P. Jordan
Oh.
Peterson Richardson,
Uh-huh.
the Big Bopper,
And then
Jordan
Buddy
Peterson.
Holly,
Yeah, Buddy Holly, and then Richie Valens.
and then Richie Valens. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jordan Peterson Richardson. I actually am not familiar with his work.
I'm not familiar with any of these people, quite frankly.
Yeah, well, you
I know Buddy Holly from Weezer.
you don't know any Buddy Holly?
Yeah.
And Buddy-
Ooh, ooh, just
Yeah.
like Buddy
Yeah.
Holly. Yeah, I know Buddy Holly. Come on.
I like that song's so stupid because of like he does look like Buddy Holly.
Well, what makes it stupid then? It's just
Rivers?
correct.
Well, just singing about it. The fourth wall nature of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's so.
What's the matter? Are you
Come
transfixed
on
by
and
this drawing?
Spank me.
I did a little drawing while we were
Oh.
talking about other things.
Come on and kiss me,
Look at him. You looking fine.
bro. Come on and kiss me.
I think he looks pretty chill.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
That's Kingston when he's older.
I got my ass
nice.
piped.
That's 35-year-old Kingston.
Whoa.
Damn.
In the next 5 years, things go crazy.
Your hair just.
All my hair, my luscious hair.
Well, to be fair, he's not bald. He finally just got over it.
Oh, he
and
finally got the
shaved-
Heihachi.
Yeah, he finally got the balls to actually shave it in this way.
I love that.
So
Actually-
that's just fun Kingston, basically.
Would you get a Heihachi?
No.
Why?
I would absolutely. I have a
want
Heihachi
to.
right now. That's why I have the hat on.
That'd be crazy.
Can you imagine?
Seeing people that are like bald, because I know a guy that plays Digimon with me, and he's bald, and he wears a hat, and every time he takes his hat off, I look at his head.
Do you really know him?
Yeah, I know him. Yeah,
Do you would you trust your life with him?
no, I don't trust anybody in my life. Though.
It sounds
So
like
you wouldn't stake your life on it, right?
No,
So you don't really believe in
So
him,
you don't
do
really
you?
believe
I
in
don't
him?
believe in him. No, I know him. I don't believe in him.
Do you believe that you believe that you know him?
I do.
But to know is to trust.
Anyway, plane crashed in head. Richie Valens wrote it, and he says, on tone policing, howdy boys. I'm a big fan of Kyle Kalinske, Chapo Trap House, etc., dirtbag leftists. How do you guys feel about the people who try to tone police everyone and screech about shit like fat phobia and ableism? To name a few, they make my blood fucking boil.
We're kind of the arbiters of that shit on YouTube.
Are we? Oh yeah,
Somewhat.
you kind.
Somewhat.
Yeah, you're right.
Somewhat. Like we're in the community of it, I guess. Maybe not directly the arbiters. People that are older than us doing some shit like this kind of. They were like, hey, shut the fuck up. About like even like say who's that fucking nerd scientist Thunderfoot? He was like one of those people.
Yeah.
That he, even though he's like a very progressive, but he was like, yo, shut up. You know, it was like, shut the fuck up. Like, what is this? About like anything. It was like anyone was complaining about little microaggressions and all this shit, and I was like, bro, shut the fuck up.
It's frustrating only because there's a lot of important shit to talk about and to look at and to pay attention to.
It's the only point.
And to be distracted by like, oh, this kid on Xbox Live said the F slur in a game of Call of Duty, we should fire him from his job as a trucker.
Yeah.
Just feels like a little bit fucking ridiculous.
That's why, like, I first of all, I hate the terms dirtbag left, but I don't know, it's a Chapo Trap House thing.
I don't mind it, honestly. I think I prefer it to like most of the things that I've heard.
I don't like. To me, all it does is just, it's this tribalism thing where it's like, oh, what kind
that is true.
What kind of liberalism do you like?
Yeah.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I feel like normal people are dirtbag lefts. You know what I mean? That's like the average position.
It's like the default. Yeah,
this is the default. So it's like, what are we putting this dumb label on it? As if like, I feel like, I don't know why people feel like this, but they always feel a need to act like they're more noble or of nobility.
Well, you know why? That's obvious.
What's the why?
How people cope with the terrible things that they do or deal or like allow to happen. People cope.
I guess I'm thinking of it even as even on a level of like, say, there was a thing
like,
that
I'm better than you. I may be a part of the system, but I'm better than you. You know, it's like how fucking the white burden of people. How like they're like, oh, I mean, I'm sorry, but I didn't do that. That was 100 years ago. It's like, yeah, but you're a part of the system that does it. And then if you continue to know that you're part of the system and not helping change it, you're the problem.
I understand what you mean in that sense.
It's that kind of stuff. It's like
but
everybody does that.
I'm thinking of something more like just
everyone loves feeling better than other people because that helps you feel like you're not shit.
I know. I hear what you're saying. But like say I want to say from your perspective, like when you want to use less profanity, for example, from the where I come from my perspective, like profanity, especially when I learned about like where it came from and how it stemmed, it was like, well, it was just a common language. It was just like lesser common folk, and it was just their language and it was their slang. So it wasn't bad, but it became bad when nobility were like, we separate ourselves from them. We don't speak like them. Yeah. So when you want to lessen your profanity, what's your motivation?
For me, I want to be able to convey ideas in a clearer way that require me to think more than just saying something that's just like kind of harsh to the ear,
Why is it harsh to the ear?
Because of the fact that like some people, though it is dumb, some people don't like hearing stuff like that, The perspective of it is dumb. So what happens is I can just convey myself better. It's like when I use the N-word all the time for jokes. There are other funny things I can do that are not just that.
Yeah. So, but you see from how it sounds like you want to be closer to nobility. Like you're like, some people don't like this, so I'm going to more on the. Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Also, the idea of I think that like if I'm around people that are younger, I don't exactly want to convey those kind of words to them because it's not my place to do that. So I can use different things to say it. Like I understand where right
place, right time makes perfect sense.
I understand the argument of like, because you should be able to say for the most part, unless you're hurting people, what you want. Like if I'm saying fuck or bitch or shit or something like that, that is not destroying my means of speaking. But the problem is that some people don't want to hear that. So if I'm in a place where that shouldn't be said, I try to say that. Just
right place, right time.
Yeah, no one's saying you go in the middle of like a sermon or something.
Oh, for sure.
You're like, Jesus hated retards.
Man, fuck the devil, nigga.
The devil is retarded.
I said that, dude. I said that Jewish nigga one time. I was talking about Jesus Christ and my grandmother, and she was like, "Dude, why would you say that?" Dude, why would
especially
you say
your
that?
grandma? Like that's so. Like even I'm a full grown adult, and my mom still doesn't like when I swear around her because that's how she grew up. But I think a lot of people don't realize why they think, and I like when my teacher brought that to my attention in 8th grade when I was like a dumb kid. Why do people just make bad words up? That doesn't make any sense. Let's just have a word that you shouldn't say. And he was like, no, idiot. He was like, this is how these type of people talked. And then other people that were like, we won't talk like them. And then that's why like there's still certain accents that we, unfortunately, I completely contribute to a lot of rednecks. A redneck could be intelligent, but sounds completely retarded to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the way that they talk, I understand that I'm contributing to the problem a little bit where I know that that is just their common tongue. and shouldn't say something about every
It
person.
would be crazy to hear somebody go like, "Yeah, well, I'm studying thermodynamics."
But that's there.
And, like, and then they
it's
like,
there.
you hear
It's
that shit,
crazy.
dude.
What?
If you're in college, if you hear shit like that,
No, I know.
you hear like that all the time.
It's
You're
like
like,
a wild
what the
thing.
fuck is
It
going on?
sounds
I've heard
so weird
because
to
I've heard
us.
stupid British people before, so that's not really that crazy to me.
It's kind of like the Cockney. You're like,
Are
all
they
right,
not
you
supposed to sound
fucking.
stupid? Are they like? Do they sound fancy? Is that a thing?
What do you mean?
British people like they have a.
Well,
fancy
what do you mean? It's like the,
Yeah, it's
the,
like
the,
posh.
the historical kind of context for the British
guess.
accent is like
Yeah, okay.
if you want to convey that somebody's like smart or like
It's
upper
the-
class, it was like
The standard
oh, yes,
in the film industry. If you want
Yeah.
to sound sophisticated, you get a posh British person to narrate or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because there's like the Tory type of connection. You posh Tory fuck, and I know at least that much. And so we all have that in our languages.
Well, think about it this way. Think about this accent saying these words, right? If evolution is real, then why are there still monkeys? It sounds incorrect.
It's completely it sounds
Yeah,
like a mind fuck.
Right. It's just
I
like
guess.
You expect
wha-
some country bumpkin to say that shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I see that. Because the language is always so weird for me is that the fact that it's like people just sound different, and I've always heard people just sounding different my whole life.
Sure.
So it doesn't really matter. Like your accent doesn't make you sound smarter because I know people that are smart that barely speak English, so they're trying to convey intelligent ideas.
We did
but
that.
brokenly.
We culturally did that. 'Cause,
brokenly, and it's like
if you live in the area, say if you live in, I ran into a guy that didn't know he had a country accent in Georgia.
same. Yes,
And I'm just like, I didn't know it was possible to be that like unself-aware, I guess.
Yeah.
Like exactly how you sound, and like to him, he was like, I don't. And it tripped me the fuck out. And I'm like, I was learning so much about shit like that. But that's why I started profanity and like stuff like that, and what a lot of people perceive as like, oh, that's low or that's that. Like I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way because I understand that's just how some people grew up.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it to be vulgar on purpose. And I feel like that's
well,
why
I
don't-
am. Though that's the problem. I am. That's where it comes from.
Right.
Me. I'm being vulgar on purpose, and I can convey
So you
myself.
just want to
about
like,
that.
oh, let me not be vulgar.
I want to prove to myself that I could not be vulgar and
That's true.
explain
I,
myself.
I know what you
That's
mean.
where I come from.
I
you
feel
can
that's somewhat
also
similar.
be vulgar and like British, like the one they're just using a different language, right?
Yeah.
They're saying fancy stuff, but they're being extremely insulting still.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
so, but there's some people that would still say that's better, and I'm like, I don't think so. I think that's you being a cunt. You should just stop. Like,
Do you think when RFK starts his car, it goes vroom?
I think he has a Tesla that absolutely does.
Dude, Lily has an electric car now, so it sounds like heaven's approaching when she turns the car
I
on.
hate that shit. I hate the sound of electric
She has
cars.
an electric car now.
Yeah, she got an electric car.
Yeah.
What did she sell her other car?
Her brother got into a car crash and fucked his car up for the third time. So they just gave him Lily's car.
Dude, that
And it's
shit.
like, dude, come on.
Did you say for the third time?
Third time he's fucked the car up.
And then you're just giving him a car.
I thought, well, he has to go to school. He
So?
goes to school, but like,
So he goes to fucking
the
CarMax or a bus. He gets it with.
That's so
You don't-
far.
you don't
from our house
reward-
to freaking CSUN. That's far. But
CSUN?
Like, yeah, Cal
I
State,
just-
New York, Cal State Northridge.
Help me understand this,
College.
Chris. Chris, help me understand rewarding somebody
Yeah, I know.
for fucking other cars as if that's gonna fix anything.
I don't know.
Hey, dude.
I don't know. Let me
Tell
say
my swagger that.
Let me say,
I
let me
thought
say
the
this.
same thing, but I was like, I understand he has to go to school, so that's where I'm like, he has to get to class. That's
People
true.
take fucking buses.
That's pretty far. He goes to school in Northridge.
So
for college.
that's
I
not
think-
that far.
I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty
Dude,
far.
How far is
From
Northridge?
From Burbank to Northridge. I think
That's not
pretty-
that far.
I think that's pretty far.
I
not
have
that
no
far.
concept.
For a student, I would.
It's not that far. It's from a privileged perspective that he thinks that's far.
I think that's pretty far. I think
It's
pretty
not far. From a privileged perspective. Yes, you
I
do
guess
think that's
then-
far.
I mean, people have hit the hustle.
Somebody
you know.
answer me,
Bro, there's
How
a-
far is it? Where is it?
Northridge is.
I have no concept. I don't know the
it's like
geography.
20 minutes away from Burbank on a highway.
It's not
What?
that
That's
far.
not far at all. What?
20 minutes on a highway is pretty far.
It's not that
Are you
far.
crazy?
No,
Northridge
it's
is
not
like-
that far at
Northridge
all.
is like.
I went to community college 40 minutes away from where I live.
Yes, because you're normal. That you're not of a privileged position where you think 20 minutes
Was
is
it
far.
40 minutes away from us?
It was 40 minutes away from me.
Brother.
It was like I could get there maybe sometimes at in 35 if I planned it well.
Really?
Dude, JoJo works with a woman. She told me it was a woman that lives in downtown LA and travels 3 hours to get to Montrose.
Oh no! I look. I'm not denying the fact that there should have been more punishment.
No, you don't
More
give
of
you don't give someone a car
more
when
of
they total a
understanding-
third
More
car.
understanding of how it is. Granted, this one he didn't like. It happened again. Another car got totaled. This time he thought he looked at the he looked at his light. He's like, oh, this is fine. He looked down to try to fix his the radio or whatever.
I don't need the excuse.
And it ended up the car ended up getting totaled. It wasn't exactly his fault, but this is not the first car.
It was definitely his fault.
By him. No, it's not. It wasn't. That's why it's like in court. It was
weird. You know how like I've been driving for like fucking 20 years and I've never gotten into an accident
that doesn't mean
one
anything.
Time
Derek,
when I was.
That doesn't mean anything. You means you're careful, but people could fuck you over.
Let me tell you why it means something. From just being out in the real world, when you see accidents that happen, most of the times it's two people's fault. It's two people not paying attention.
I agree with you
so
on
it is
that.
Partially his fault.
I agree. Most of the time it's not, but you could just not do anything wrong and you could get into car accidents.
You're absolutely right, but when you total 3 fucking cars, I know it's his fault.
I think he doesn't pay attention while he's driving.
I know people don't just get told. Like, look it. I'm telling you from just like most people that exist in the world don't total 3 fucking cars, and it's I just the unluckiest person in the fucking galaxy.
The first car, I think I just should have been like, hey, dude, this like I understand you didn't do this exactly. You didn't initiate this crash, but this has happened.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Like I'm like this is too many times.
Like
dude.
SpiderMan.
Yeah.
That's for me. I'm like, this is too many times, bro.
Didn't you total your? Did you crash your?
I got to minor accident with the car once.
Like the one thing,
a minor accident.
I didn't total it.
You drove off a cliff.
That's and
Holy
I'm still
shit.
here. Yeah, sure.
What do you mean? You're durable.
Chris, driving off a cliff is pop. I don't think.
You said driving off a criff.
I hit the fucking windshield.
That's why he's alive. It was a criff, not a cliff.
Oh yeah,
I hit the windshield. My head explodes. Like it's all blood. Like you're watching from the outside. I didn't see splat.
No, man.
And then I come out. I'm good. I'm good.
That stuff does bother me though, because I remember like I wanted my dad's Volkswagen. He had like this boxy. I don't remember how old it was. It was like a 90s car though, for sure. And it was like an old boxy Volkswagen that I really liked. It was like a silver and like kind of like a bluish interior. I really liked it. And I was, oh man, I'm so excited to eventually get this car. The car sucked, but I wanted it. No, it was given to a cousin of ours because they needed to go to school, and then it crashed. Immediate total. Like it got total. In fairness, it's like a really unsafe car. Like those are before like crumples. So like it was a boxy motherfucker, dude.
Okay, so it was probably early 90s.
Yeah,
nice.
Probably. But it was so cool. Like I love the look of those cars. I'm not really a car person at all. Like I couldn't tell you like what a V8 is or like how many cylinders. I don't know any of this shit.
Well,
but like
you would just see that and see it. But I don't even have to know it.
I just know the look. I know the vegetable juice, but I know. I know should have had a V8. I know that.
Ayo.
Yeah, but I just know when a car looks good and feels good to drive. I don't know what any of that means.
Sure.
You know.
I mean,
that was a nice car.
As long as you do the regular maintenance, you don't need to know about cars.
Maintenance? What do you mean?
Okay. Yeah, but what makes me
I didn't do anything.
What makes no it's just you were adjacent to it. It's not even I'm not even talking about that gentleman anymore. Whatever, let him total the 4th one. Whatever, you guys are gonna let him, and your family's gonna enable that shit. What? Fine, whatever. It's not my.
There's gonna
problem.
be dash cam footage of his car cartwheeling.
And he's just, I was changing the radio again.
Yeah.
And then it's fucking. But no, you, sir.
In the middle of the sea somehow.
Why don't you have any wheels, sir?
I haven't needed to get them, honestly. That's the main reason why I don't have wheels.
You say you haven't needed to, but you use a lot of money traveling to work.
Doesn't I write that shit off?
That's still not the same. You don't, when you write it off, it's not you're writing off that money 100%.
I'm not getting it back. Like, I'm getting it back or anything, but it's like, I just use that as like one of my write-offs.
I'm just saying, like, why not have a vehicle for you to do, vehicle things?
I haven't got one because I just simply don't.
The expense of a vehicle is annoying. I agree.
If you just buy
when I found out how insurance worked, I was like, what? That's how
car insurance is really stupid. Yeah.
I was like, what? You pay months?
Well, especially now because they
what?
they upped it. They upped it in Cali.
In general, yeah.
They upped it. They basically the minimum is higher now. It used
in
to
general?
Be, yeah, because like say for example in Vegas, it's way higher because it's Vegas. Like in minimum you're gonna be paying at least 100-something minimum in Vegas. The cheapest insurance, just straight liability, and that's it. And they upped it. Liability in California was cheap as fucking piss.
That explains a lot.
So
actually.
now they basically doubled it. Now the minimum's like double. Because so
Cars are, I don't know, man.
they're a thing.
I've just
but
never
like,
owned one. That's the problem. And if I need to use one, I just use Lily's car, or I use like the dad's car, or something like that. If I need to use a car,
I guess I guess you have access to
I feel
vehicles,
like
so like
having the access to. I feel like driving to work would be much more than spending. How much you got to spend a lot of money back and forth on taxi.
it's not cheap.
That's
No,
what I
it's not
mean.
dirt cheap.
Like, especially if she's already doing the insurance thing, it's already there. I would be like, why the fuck are you not using, like your partner's car or something?
That's true.
I don't know. And now she has what kind of electric car she have?
I don't know. It's like some sort of Ford. I don't.
It's a Ford?
Nissan? I don't know.
Oh, well,
It's
It was
some
the thing
it's
I've
some
never
big-ass
seen it.
Car. It looks weird.
I looked at it and I saw the model or whatever, like the logo, and I was like,
Logo.
I don't recognize that fucking logo.
Oh, really?
I think it's a Honda. But now they say Honda on it, opposed to having the H on it anymore.
Oh, you might be right.
I think
interesting.
modern Hondas just say Honda.
Oh, I never really noticed that.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay.
Hondas. It's a nice car. It's just that I don't like electric cars by concept, but like it's a nice car.
I like
I like
they sound like a.
My buddy has
Yeah.
he has a hybrid Civic. He's had a hybrid since 2017.
I like
It's really
hybrids.
nice.
I like the concept of hybrids, but
It's pretty cool.
They purposely make hybrids super inefficient because you would never need anything.
I'm just
if
waiting.
They were efficient. But
I'll be honest. I can't wait for everything to just be EV. And I'm tired of crude oil, dude. I'm tired of this fucking system.
That system needs to die.
I really like gasoline.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I like the concept.
I like the smell of gasoline. I like
the smell of gasoline, I like it.
I like
but
the smell of gasoline. I think it's
don't
worth
like
it.
it.
I think it's worth it. All the.
smell alone.
all the fracking and the destruction of the planet.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I mean, fracking.
You've changed my mind.
What even is fracking?
What even is fracking? Do you remember when he went on Joe Rogan's podcast selling fracking to Joe?
What? No.
Yeah. This was like probably 2018, 2019 or something. And Joe was like pushing back against like, what the fuck are you? It was like one of those things where Joe was realizing like, what the fuck are you doing? It was very clear that the people that Joe Rogan was, Jordan Peterson was working with paid him gobs of money to advocate for anti-climate, protection, stuff like that. And he started talking about like how fracking's good. And then Joe Rogan, off the top of his dome, actually had some knowledge about like how dangerous and fucked up fracking is. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know he knew anything about that. But it was so weird.
Fracking is one of those things that it's like, how do you even deny that? Like
it's Jordan Peterson.
What makes it so crazy is the abject, like straight up disrespect for the planet. Like that is so insane to me because you live on it. You live it's like, what do you mean you're polluting areas?
Yeah, we got pulled out,
destroying the planet. Like, what do you mean?
We got pulled out of all the stuff, like the Paris Accords. We got pulled out of the thing where everybody's getting together to make sure the pandemic doesn't happen the way that it did again, and we're not in it. And it's just like
the world is just one big Asmongold, where we're just like whatever. I'll just smear my gum blood all over the fucking wall.
I think the
Who cares?
the problem is that
Totally.
America is in such an insane current place.
Well, it's not just America. It's actually China's.
I know.
China's very bad about
I
it,
mean,
actually.
China, but that's
China's,
And they're going to be like the new superpower. So like
China
it's kind of
is
over.
trying not hard, but they're actually making strides in the right direction in ways that we're not at all.
That's true, but
really
their
upsetting.
pollution is fucking crazy.
There is, because there
in
is
comparison.
an infinity billion more people.
Yeah.
So like you need to keep that into account, and the commerce is off the charts because they make everything.
Yeah.
So
They got, like,
just
factories
by
and shit.
if we had as much people and commerce in here, I mean, it would be us.
No, I agree.
So
I think, but it's hilarious because like sometimes you'll see footage of people in China like hitting their head on solid air.
Yeah.
Because the air is so thick with pollution.
I've seen that
there.
in certain areas. I've seen like India's way worse because India is not nearly as profitable as China.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you'll see some places in India, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I have cancer. You're like, oh cool, man.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I keep seeing these videos keep popping up on my timeline every now and again of just like I saw one on Twitter recently where it was just like, yo, third world countries have like crazy diseases that you just like you're not aware of. There's this guy who had like Laffy Taffy limbs, basically, where his limbs were like flat and long. and he was just like doing a weird dance.
Take that, Laffy Taffy.
Dude.
was he singing that?
No, it was
The fucking franchise movie.
no. I don't remember what the song was. I think I just couldn't even really understand what was happening.
Holy shit, that's insane.
But like it looked like he had like thin, long, like Laffy
You look
Taffy.
like Ryder from fucking
Yes. Exactly, from
The
GTA,
definitive
from the
edition?
definitive edition of GTA San Andreas.
fucking Ryder.
And I'm just like, yo, what is going on?
That's so creepy, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Speaking
I gotta
of,
see
speaking of
that.
defects, you see that? You know that the two-headed lady or the two-headed girl?
Oh, the one, yeah, from way back in the day.
Yeah, she's doing sketches with fucking Brandon Rogers now, and they're fucking hilarious.
I couldn't sit next to that.
She's still around.
I don't know if it's the same person, but like,
Oh, maybe.
You think one of them is off and the other one is like taking all the power?
you know what the thing that I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but like whenever I see a person like that, where it's like two heads or whatever, I'm like, I think about like the wishbone aspect of it.
Oh no.
Where I'm just like, that always scares me. Like, how close are they to wishboning? Like it scares the shit out of me. Like,
Fucking Kratos. Dun, 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 dun. Ares! You're two people now.
that's crazy.
Destroy my twin thing
Oh my
and
god.
my life
Anyway, let's get the fuck out of
is
here.
yours.
There's a couple people who asked about crazy incidents at our schools, by the way. There's another question by Radiohead Everything in Its Right Place tune. I can't read the rest of it because it cuts off, but you also asked about like craziest incidents that happened at school. It's a little funny.
A teacher stabbed another teacher in my school.
What?
Damn.
You remember that?
I didn't go to your school, my
You
guy.
remember hearing about that? It was all over fucking Dutchess County.
Not to me.
Yeah, teacher stabbed another teacher.
A guy died running a half mile. He just collapsed and died.
Half mile's a long time, man.
Half mile's a long
Not exactly. Not exactly.
time. My little fat ass was easy to run that
Yeah, exactly.
shit.
As a high schooler, that's not a big deal.
I can't run that long, man.
That's
So-
4 minutes. That's 4 minutes.
That is
That's
so true.
4 minutes
You
of
were so-
running, dude. Running like not walking.
I can't do that because I'm very out of shape now. But when I was in decent shape, I could do that fine.
You can't run for 4 minutes?
Not a half mile.
Me neither.
What about a light jog?
Okay,
very
Light
light
jogging's
jog.
even harder.
Yeah.
jogging.
That's very true.
Jogging feels gross.
It's very
I'm
true.
supposed to like pace to run like light running because jogging's technically different.
I only sprint.
Everyone means the same thing when they're talking about it. It's like, oh, you're just gonna go for like a light run.
Yeah.
I only
But jogging's
sprint.
a different thing.
I only sprint everywhere. If I have to go from one place to another, I sprint.
Your heart
always.
must be fucking
I feel
wild.
like you're gonna like
Yeah,
kill
it must be
yourself that
wild.
way.
What do you mean?
Because like everything's gonna be, all the sugar that you got from your iced tea and stuff, it's coagulating in your veins and stuff.
That's why I
whatever.
gotta. That's why I gotta sprint so much
but
because
then-
it's like a pressure wash.
And it's gonna
That's
be too
crazy.
sudden though. It's gonna be a shock to your system one time.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough, man.
That's fine.
But I sprint everywhere. If I have to go from here to my PC, I sprint. if I have to,
You don't even reach max speed.
You
reach
just
it.
crash into your fucking desk.
Fucking run into your chair every time.
What is pain?
What even is broken back? What even does it feel like to break your bone?
Dude, imagine being the doctor that induced him into the coma and stuff.
oh my god,
Dude, the questionnaire and all the stuff that he had to do, they probably tried to kill him, actually.
Let's hit
And
him with a
Michaela
frying pan
stopped him.
eventually.
This motherfucker had like a shit ton of potassium and was going to slip it in him. And Michaela's like, no, stop. I still love
Jordan
him.
Peterson, you have thalidomide poisoning.
like, who are you to even say? What is poison?
Oh my God.
Who's to say that the coffee that I drink and the burgers that I ingest are not also poison as well?
Mr. Peterson, please shut the fuck up.
Where is he going to the doctor?
It was definitely in like, some Indian
Fucking
doctor in
Latvia or
Russia.
something?
Yeah. We had Malta or something.
Like the beverage?
Yeah,
right.
Malta the beverage.
We're gonna leave on this one. It's not really a question, but Doodad Dangler wrote it. He says, "Howdy, y'all, long time, first time."
All right.
First time right, and currently watching the episode with Jalen and heard Chris mention people not being able to read. Does it surprise any of you that 54% of adults in the U.S. are functionally illiterate? 22% of the U.S. adult population reads at or below a 6th grade level. Books such as Percy Jackson or Holes. Terrifying.
That's really bad.
Yeah,
It's quite bad, yeah.
It I actually. Is it sad to say that the 50% is a little bit? I'll be honest.
Well, it's 54% to be fair.
Well, this is the thing. Okay, let me explain this to you. This is what they mean, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is that a lot of people can probably read things. They can't decipher what they're reading.
They have no
That's
idea
what we're talking
they're
about.
That's what it is. Like, because people say illiterate, and it's like the idea they can't just like they genuinely can't read.
If 54% of adults are straight up illiterate, where they just don't know what's B,
That'd be terrifying.
that's scarier.
That'd be terrifying.
I mean, that's still like, look, it's still bad to know what that is and still not be able to make coherence out of them. Yeah. But like to not even know like Kingston.
Because the problem is that a lot of people like
everybody's Mr. Kakashka.
Dad.
That episode was fucking mean.
There's a 50% of Americans are Mr. Kakashka, which is insane.
That episode felt really mean, but also fuck Mr. Kakashka.
Do you want to pet the kitty?
You want to pet the kitty? Yeah.
I want to pet the kitty.
That's right.
I can read, Arnold. I can read.
He's such a cunt. He's so unlikable.
You keep the money. Remember that? And she was like coming over it. Like,
yeah.
Because he was like such
you
a selfish
keep the
prick.
Money.
No, you keep the money.
You keep the money.
Oh, Oscar. You keep the money. And
I'm gonna squirt, Oscar. Say it again.
Is that Ernie?
You keep the money. Yeah.
I thought Ernie has the hog. I feel like he had to have the hog.
Dude, his nose is the hog. You remember his nose?
I feel like he had a baseball bat.
You think his dick was bigger than his nose?
I think his dick was so big it was hilarious.
I think his dick went down his pant leg, up into the bottom of his other pant leg, up and around, and looped 3 times.
And you see this weird line at his feet.
Do you remember that?
You put him through an MRI, he looks like he's a fucking torso on an onion ring.
That's crazy.
I feel like Ernie. I feel like he had the fucking rifle on him.
He must
like
have.
he's like that big, that
If
tall
you're that
bitch.
small?
That tall bitch saw him and she was like, "I have to sleep with this man."
It's wide too. It's like this. It's like a CD.
See this mallet, bitch? See this mallet?
Doing.
It's half the size of my shit. And then he fucking just.
You see this mallet? It is my penis.
That was my original concept.
Just screws it in like a mace.
That's crazy.
That's sick as fuck.
He's just Pinocchio. That's fucking crazy. He's like a puppet. He's a puppet.
Effectively a Gundam.
If you can remove your cock, that's awesome.
Effectively a fucking Megazord.
Hey Arnold, I'm a Gundam.
Hey Arnold,
I'm a fucking big old railgun.
Come here, Arnold. I'm not a pedophile, I swear.
Hey Arnold, want to see my penis? Nothing weird though.
Nothing weird. It's just impressive.
Like it's a really cool thing.
Hey Arnold, I'm a Gundam. Help me figure out my vague social problem.
Do you want to pilot me?
That's insane, man. The idea of somebody Ernie.
Someone with a fucking
Ernie as a Gundam is great.
A rifle cock is a fucking.
Let's go on to
I don't know. I can't do the grandpas. He has a voice that
Grandpa?
The grandpa.
Oh.
He has a voice
your
that
voice is
like there's a weird almost
Back in my
reverberation to
yeah,
it.
it's kind of crazy. Back in my day, we used to kill Gundams we used to string Gundams up on trees.
That's crazy. Arnold's dad has killed full-on Gundam. He's felled Gundam.
Arnold's grandpa.
That's
Yeah.
sick as fuck.
His dad
dude.
died in the jungle somewhere.
Yeah. Mr. Wynn pops up. He's like, Arnold,
I
come from a family of Gundams.
Arnold, they killed my family, Arnold.
All the Gundams converge in this one fucking.
Mr. Wynn is like the heart of the Gundam.
I have missed the Wing Zero.
I loved his accent. It was so good.
I missed the win. I am. What was he? Korean? What was he?
He's Korean, yeah.
Or
I thought he
Vietnamese?
was Vietnamese.
He was
Yeah,
Vietnamese.
yeah,
When
yeah.
is
Because he's with
when
the
is
Vietnam War.
Vietnamese?
When he
anyway?
meets his daughter, episode made me cry.
Mr. Hyun.
Mr. Hyun. And he had the country songs that he was
that
really good.
shit, I was singing that the other day, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Got spicy chicken wings and French fried onion rings. I was singing that part for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I know the entire song.
Good old Mr. Wynn, man.
You can offer me a
don't-
diamond-plated pearl.
I know, where's Uncle?
I don't
Suck all of my penis in the
that
world.
man, Mr. Kakashi, he's crazy.
Crazy some
I
bitch
don't-
nigga.
Kill him.
Nothing good about him, Arnold.
him.
Nothing.
Kill him with Gundam firearm.
Arnold, nothing beneficial
being-
about him being alive.
This is
Arnold.
racist, guys.
No, it's not. Not yet.
No, I
Hop
know.
into heavy arms and
I
kill
really
him.
think it's an impersonation of a person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We're not just saying Vietnamese is a Vietnamese impression.
No, that's not how I wouldn't impersonate a Vietnamese person like that. That's
Right.
specifically
I do it
Mr.
to their
Win.
face.
Yeah. Well, I would just be like, you know, I don't know what to say actually.
Mark Wahlberg is here. Help me.
Arnold, hide me.
job.
Arnold, hide me.
Arnold has to protect Mr. Wood from Mark Wahlberg. That's an entire episode.
And Mark Wahlberg's a berserker, effectively.
Where's Mr. Hyun? I gotta finish the fucking job.
Yeah. What?
Nigga. Because I said that a bunch.
Move it.
Hey, buddy. Where's Mr. Win?
Where's Mr. fucking Win?
Where's Mr. Win, buddy?
Stupid nigga.
That's crazy.
He's talking. He looks at Gerald for some reason. Gerald's like in the room, and he turns over.
He turns to him.
Gerald, and then goes back to his doing.
Grabs him by his hair and slams him.
He's attacking poor Gerald. You like both your eyes? I get rid of one of them for you.
You fucking lucky you're not Vietnamese, dog. And then you just fucking
Yeah, and then he
And Gerald
start sniffing for Mr. Win.
like a fucking hog for trouble. He's on the floor.
He's on the floor.
that's
So crazy.
he's like the vacuum from the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's crazy,
He's
dude.
here. I know he's fucking here. Where's he at?
Win is terrified. He's in the closet.
Win is shaking. He's shaking to the point that there's steam coming off of him.
I'm so scared.
I'm so scared, Arnold. You need
Help me.
He's saying that in the closet while he's trying to be hidden. And Arnold's like, please shut the
Please shut up, Mr. Win. That's
I'm
Mark
so scared.
Wahlberg.
He will kill you.
He'll
He'll kill you.
you.
We can't stop him.
I don't know how he feels about me, but he'll kill you.
He's whispering, but when you whisper in Vietnamese,
It's loud.
it's way loud. He can hear that 10 times louder than anything else.
It's like a dog. It's like a whistle. It's like a dog whistle to him.
For him.
It's like he hears like, is that Vietnamese?
He's like, wait, it's like Wolverine. It's like Wolverine.
He starts foaming at the mouth.
He's tearing through that place. And Gerald's still on the floor coughing up his teeth.
He finds Mr. Win. He takes the deed to Ted out of his pocket and shoves it down his throat.
The Ted?
The deed to Ted.
He drags him to a fucking highway. He's like, start driving. Cut me off so I can kill you.
That's
He's like,
crazy.
Cut me off so I can kill
Start
you.
driving. Start driving and cut me
Anyway.
off.
That's smart. It's like self-defense. I like
Anyway, yeah, Mr. Win versus Mark Wahlberg coming soon
that. That's a good one.
to Nickelodeon.
Damn, I don't know if I should put Jordan Peterson in the title or Mark Wahlberg versus Mr. Win.
That's a good question.
My Robert like hold him to win aggressively. He's like,
I want to like Mortal Kombat screen. Dun, 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 where they're like fucking
Yeah.
verses and shit.
I like Mr. Win being terrified though.
Get out of here, buddy.
Like he's
Good.
really
if I can
scared.
find a picture of him being terrified,
Mark
I'll find it.
Wahlberg, like Arnold's like, he stands in front of him. He's like, I'll never let you get Mr. Win. Then Mark Wahlberg's like, get out of here, buddy. He does.
And his head is regular.
His
head is a regular head.
Circle head.
No, his head's football, but like up.
Oh my God, Reverse Arnold is sick.
His head is like a deodorant.
Dude.
It's fucking verticurnal.
I don't know how it's gonna work. Where's the hair gonna go?
Exactly where you think it's gonna go.
I don't know. Is it like, is it still there or is it on the side now?
Oh, it's there.
Like that's how it sounds in his head right now because he's completely fucked.
Hey, Barnold.
Barnold. Hey, it's me.
He gets hit so hard, that's what his head looks like.
Morty, it's me. It's me. Hey, Arnold.
Hey, Rick.
It's verticurnal.
What the fuck? That's such a stupid fucking joke. I didn't
Verticurnal.
get it the first time. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Verticurnal.
He was Horace Arnold before.
Horace Arnold.
He's
Arnold
verticurnal.
is fucking so stupid. Oh,
Oh wait, no pupils. So it looks like he's
he's
his
unconscious.
eyes are rolled back in the.
Hey, Vertical Arnold!
He can't speak no more.
I'm dead.
He just drools real heavy. He blows a bubble
All because he tried to save a Vietnamese person's life.
from Mark Wahlberg, and Mr. Wynn's fine. That's just crazy.
Arnold, he kind of fell asleep at the wheel. Arnold, he died on his own.
I asked him for autograph, and he become real nice.
He a real cool guy. He had no
God.
problem with me, really. He thought I was
really love
Korean.
that show.
How do you draw a
we're
mouth that's
bastardizing.
conveying death?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a line.
It was like maybe half a rhombus. But no, I love that show, man. Hey Arnold is a goated cartoon. Great shit.
It's really good.
Hey Arnold.
Let's read the names now before we keep going down a rabbit hole with this. Count me down.
3.
Oh, we're gonna read the names of our patrons. Patreon, $25 and up patrons now. Patreon.com/SnarkTank. Go over there. If you, this episode was a mess. But count me down.
3, 2, 1.
We're gonna read the $25 and up.
Yeah.
names
Okay.
now.
Start reading.
All right. Rate member 3000. Delta Gamma. Sweeney's dad. Huh?
What was that?
What do you mean?
What was the name? The first one?
I already read it.
Okay.
You can't get 2. That's the $45 tier.
Oh, hey, you guys heard it.
Yeah, if you do the
Stop,
$45 tier, we read
stop.
your name twice in a row.
I'll put that on the Patreon tonight. I'm doing it tonight. On the Patreon.
Do not do that.
I'm doing it tonight.
Do not do that.
Absolutely doing it. That's
Do not
crazy.
do that. I will fire me. Delta Gamma, Sweeney's dad yanking it with the Yonkers Yoinker. Immediately backfired because I read these again. Race swapped.
God
Logic is just logic. Squimp is bugs. Clamuel Esquire the third. Usurr Guildmaster Malibu. Or Mally Malibu.
What's this guy's name?
Fleshlight.
Arnold.
Stop. Fleshlight is the Costco hot dog of the sex toy world by refusing to increase the price. Oh,
nice.
interesting. Yeah.
Nice.
They've been holding steady with that, whatever the price is, that I certainly don't know by heart. Colin Moriarty. How much is a Fleshlight?
I'm going to go to the official website. It's got to be at fleshlight.com, right?
The one I bought was only. I mean, I don't know.
.org maybe?
Move it. Look, I'm going to say, because I remember, I could be wrong, but I feel like I remember back in the day them being like $60.
That's not.
Like when it first like dropped onto the scene.
Fleshlights used to be
And
so affordable under my tenure. They were borderline free.
borderline free.
Yeah.
No sex toys.
Yeah.
Oh, fleshlight.com. That's right. Shop here.
So there's stamina products, there's turbo, there's boost, there's launch, there's classic. There's
Just give me a classic. Give me classic.
Classic.
What?
It's $75.
$75 is a lot. I
So
feel.
they couldn't have
I
been
feel like I paid $50 for mine.
50.
No, I don't know. I was sent one, so I
Quick
actually don't
shot.
know what I don't know what the value is.
Shot? That sounds interesting.
Oh, I think I raffled one of these off actually.
Oh, these are one of the gummers.
I think I literally raffled because like I messaged Fleshlight
What's a turbo?
for sponsorship.
Yay.
Shit. You can't even tell this is a sex toy. This looks like something else.
That looks like something from the early 2000s, but I don't know what.
One of those weird like visual style.
Yeah, like that's like
Yours said 75. I got 60. I got 70.
It's like it's a
69.95.
Frutiger Arrow Fleshlight. I don't even know how to fucking.
Yeah, your
fix
grandma
this.
won't be able to tell that you're fucking that thing.
What the? That is actually crazy looking. Look at that.
How much did it cost?
Wasn't it like, I don't know. Look at the inside.
That's a
What the fuck is
Frutiger
that?
Arrow fucking. That's not even real. Oh my god.
Oh,
What
you
the
absolutely,
fuck
you
happened?
absolutely. It's taking a minute.
This is $70. It's about the same price as the other ones. Dang.
We should
There's a flight and go one too. Goddamn.
Flight and go.
Somebody buy me a.
We shouldn't be
fleshlight.
doing this, by the way. We're just advertising for them for free.
I like how if you the orifice it says the choice is lady or butt. Not even a vagina. It's just lady or butt.
That looks like a disappointed mouth.
This looks so disheartening. Look. I'd put a mustache
When
on
I-
it. I'd put a
Did you
mustache
see
on
the
it.
Steve Harvey one? Somebody has a Steve Harvey one. Like the fact that anyone would buy that creeps me the fuck out, dude. It's like those little torsos. You ever see those little fuck toy torsos?
Yeah, I
It's
got
like,
one under the table right now.
I would actually buy one of those.
I
buy
no,
one of
there's
those. Those are
they're
funny.
the standard size. They're small.
I like
That's
it
what I'm
big,
saying.
clearly.
Like
so
you
I'm
would
gonna
get
get a big
like the one that we saw in that GIF. Where
Yeah.
that dude. But I'm saying like
You
there's
just pretend you're small also.
Wow, I'm so small. And it's
I
so
hope that's
big
what
compared
people
to how
are doing.
small
I just don't. I don't like that you can even buy them that small.
Me too, yeah.
I want to get one of the bigger ones. I want to get like one of the fucking. One of the.
Can you imagine if I
What is any of this?
Can you imagine if I had one like under the table, but it was like the back of it was like on the bottom,
That's
and
crazy.
And you were just fucking.
and you just like moving
while
back
we're
and forth.
fucking doing the podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the Snark podcast.
2
I'm Chris
hours
Riddle.
just smoking. You're a fucking psycho.
my legs are crazy strong.
I'm Chris Riddle.
He's not even on a chair. He's just fucking squatted down doing
This is
that.
him busting.
One frame, but he's a shooter too. So the
Oh
fucking,
yeah, it's fucking gobs, but if you fucking bust up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, ew. Like, who would fuck you after that?
I don't know.
I'm about to bust.
You're gonna have to ask at least 13 people.
I'm about to. Ooh.
And then you like,
I
you
love the
walk
idea
away.
the little lip smack.
I like, but you were completely normal before that, though. You were fucking good. You were talking. You were fucking.
Yeah.
And then
That guy needs.
and then swarm away, like
Yeah.
squirm away. I mean,
Exactly.
Here pouring coming from the character. What the fuck is? Ew!
I love that. We should let's.
What if you rip? What if you took? What if that really did happen? And then I left, and you took the thing off the bottom of the desk, and it was that exact torso pussy hybrid. But then it's a printed out photo of Mr. Wynn.
Like on its back, but still wishing.
That saves it.
No, on its stomach like a Teletubby.
See, that saves it for me.
I think
Yeah.
those torsos are funny. If I'm gonna
Dude,
buy one, I'm
they
gonna
are
buy one.
funny.
of
If I'm
those.
gonna buy one, I'm gonna get put Jordan Peterson's head on it,
That's crazy,
dude. I
3D
can't even imagine how.
You should help him 3D print his head.
Dude, imagine how upset he'd be because like I know him. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah, it's so much worse.
dude. There's a video of him shouting me out one time. He's like, "Shout out to Derek Blackman."
Derek Blackman.
I can't even remember what it was. It
He
was,
really is black.
I wouldn't kill him, consider him a man.
That's what he says. He's not a man. He's 3/5, but he is black, and
He
yeah,
is black.
he is black. Dude, I'm gonna make.
hate when
I'm gonna
he
make a sex toy and put his face on it for sure.
What
And
a
then-
great recommendation, Jordan Peterson. I will go subscribe to Some Black Guy now. What a great channel, yeah.
I'd be so mad if he knew me. I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Colin
I'd
Moriarty.
be so mad. I never want that dude to ever know anything.
Shout
about
out
me.
to Black Man.
I bet he
the
knows
black
who I am.
man.
I don't know how.
He does
some
know you.
person-
He's gonna thank you in his next when his third term.
Yeah.
I want to personally thank.
I want to thank
Dixon
Benjamin
James.
Netanyahu and Tom Sweeney from the Snark Tank podcast.
Thank you, Bo.
He inspired me to do so much of what I'm doing right now. The Department of Education is burning with the blood of Kingston on its hands. I can't wait to show you what other things I am doing in this man's name.
I'd be so furious. Some guy evolves. Dies.
I dedicate the execution of all the PBS staff to Kingston James.
Me, someone that loved PBS.
We're
I'd be
going
like,
to kill Big Bird, and we're
bring out Big Bird. Bring out Big Bird and Snuffy right now, and let's murder them.
we're gonna crucify everybody who worked at PBS, and before we slit their throat on the cross, we're going to say Kingston. And then when they do, we'll gut them like a dog.
You can all
We
thank-
got dogs, right?
We got
We've already gang
we
raped
have
Elmo.
3 dogs left because Kingston recommended we crucify all of them.
Kingston recommended we crucify every dog on the face of the earth, and it's really crazy because their legs don't really bend that way. So we had to snap a lot of dogs.
Oh no, he snapped them.
They were howling like retards, I would say. I don't like to say that, but
I don't like
some
to say
people
that.
are saying they're howling like retards. Who am I to argue, I guess? I like Kingston. Kingston, ask me a question.
I never. Why are you doing this?
Ask me a question, Kingston.
Why are you doing this? I never agreed to this.
Ask me a simple question.
What day is it?
Yeah. It's It's Tuesday.
It's not. It's Monday.
It's pretty close.
That is pretty close, Mr. President.
You're so close. Whoa! He just guessed that, and he was so close. Colin Moriarty gave Beetlejuice first on like the first 5 names. Gave Beetlejuice, gave Beetlejuice, gave Beetlejuice. Oh shit, he's gonna appear now.
Oh shit.
I'm gay.
Oh my god, I would wear that as merch.
It's just,
Fucking dumb.
I'm literally homosexual. Crazy.
I gotta tell Nicole that.
I'm dead and gay.
I gotta tell Nicole that. She'll have a fucking meltdown if I make that
Oh
joke.
my god.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell Nicole.
Oh, yeah,
that
she
she'll
loves
have-
Beetlejuice.
She'll have a fucking full-on turbo meltdown.
I have Rent on VHS.
I have Rent on VHS.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Pretty good.
Oh God.
You're not even halfway done with the first page.
I know, dude. It's
even
fucking gay Beetlejuice is great. I love that gag so much. That's got legs on it. You know?
Ooh, I can do payments on the fleshlight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I want to get one of the torso ones though.
Oh shit, they're on sale.
Oh, stop.
Stop advertising for them.
Bro, it's $55.
I guess we'll send them an invoice.
I know,
we
right?
promoted we promoted your stuff
Hey, we should
on the
send them
show.
an-
We'll send them an invoice for $5,000, which, by the way, actually is a low end thing.
So 5Gs is good.
5Gs is good. I think it's more than fair.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, no, I don't try to insert my religion into every conversation. What are you talking about?
Hot.
Great. I'm going to kill the president with a more. Kingston, my son, can you give me just one more Blumpkin? Just one more, my son, I beg. It is a Film Cow voice, by the way. I totally, like, when somebody brought that up in the credits, I looked up a bunch of old Film Cow stuff, and it's like, it's totally.
What was it?
It's totally Film Cow. Like, hold on. Charlie the Unicorn and those guys.
Okay.
There's one specifically that I found that I actually do want to share because it's really close. It's fucking crazy.
I'm close.
I'm close. It's crazy.
I'm so close, son.
Where the fuck is it?
I'm so close to coming a lot.
It's the fucking magic trick
I've been
one.
gooning for 3 hours.
That's low numbers.
That's low.
That's low numbers, yeah.
Where's the
I guess that is
one?
pretty low when you consider an entire day.
It's in,
3 hours ain't shit.
dorking it for a whole day is a fucking crazy experience.
Dude, if I had the refractory period that can handle it, I would.
If you would, because like when you come, you would just hurt yourself.
Yeah, after like 2 is maximum for me now, dude. I can't fucking.
I don't try to go beyond that point anymore. I'm like, all right, cool. No more after 2. I die here.
I've had a couple of like, stupid nights where it was like, whatever. We're just gonna see like if I can tap into my teenage energy, teenage like spirit.
You can't.
Tests all look good. You seem to be in great health.
Thanks, Doc. See you next year, I guess.
Yep, let me know if
It's weird. There's like a point where he's like screaming.
Oh no! What the heck is that? Oh no!
What's oh no? What's happening?
God, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
It's so fucking close. I'm sorry. Oh no, jeez.
It's kind of there. I got it.
It's nuts. Anyway, Kingston, my son, Mace of Molag Gay.
Oh,
Very
interesting.
cool.
2 rats in a trench coat.
Interesting.
2 rats in a trench coat. What about 2 trench coats and a rat?
Mm-hmm.
It's a full fucking rat.
That's so fucking dead.
It's just gargling at a certain point. Oblivious little beetle who stumbled on the ghost train. Now demons are jamming molten pitchforks down his little beetle dick. His big little beetle dick. I'm sorry.
Damn. Okay.
He's got a big little beetle dick.
Yeah, his dick is big for a beetle.
Yeah, he's got a big little beetle dick.
Fucking large dick for a beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the scale on the beetle scale,
On the beetle scale.
quite crazy.
Quite bigly.
Bigly. I forgot he said that.
Yeah.
Bigly. We're gonna win, Bigly.
Bigly.
We're gonna win so bigly, it's crazy. We're gonna kill Mr. Win.
With the help of Mark Wahlberg.
We've unleashed Mark Wahlberg into the boarding house, and he's gonna die in there. We're gonna kill Mr. Win. He's gonna hit him with hammers, just like Mark Wahlberg does. It's his modus operandi. He doesn't know way he knows that word.
No, absolutely not.
Claire Obscure Expedition Babies. What is that? Is that like Rugrat? That's crazy.
What?
The idea of that game, but like they do like, you know how like they did how Rugrats did like All Grown Up?
Oh, yeah.
But like how they have like Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
And like, like Tiny Toons or whatever.
Yeah.
Claire Obscure Babies.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It'd be so much more depressing.
It's just Expedition 3, I guess.
I guess. All right. Yeah, that's so stupid.
There's just a bunch of babies being killed by an old
Expedition.
fucking Andy Serkis. Good.
Now let's go to the circus.
Let's go to the painters.
Let's go to the Andy Serkis.
The paintress baby.
Let's go to the Andy Serkis. And it's just a green screen. It's just in people in motion capture suits.
Just doing dumb circus.
Just walking around like a fucking ape. Wow, this Andy Serkis really fucking sucks. We just put motion capture suits that pretend to be small men.
Yeah, I didn't do this.
This cost $700.
I didn't fucking paint this.
I could have saw Glenn Ross.
I could have.
PM candidate for the Ultra Thieves. I will move to LA to hunt Kingston to give him the cul-de-sac. I'm not fucking around.
Let's go.
Blow me away. What is this?
Blow me, I'm gay.
It says blow me away parentheses, but then it's come in my hand. I'm slapping you, which I don't think.
I don't know what that is.
I can't think of anything.
But don't do that to me.
You okay? Come in my hand.
That
I'm
shit
slapping
is so
you.
fucking disgusting.
Blow me away.
The idea of somebody a handful of cum clapping your face. And
I
then it coats
am
you.
gay.
What is that?
Breaking
I'm
Benjamin.
fucking gay.
Oh.
I'm going homo.
No, that's
The place where I'm going homo.
I'm going home.
Place where I'm homo. Where dick has always been inside of me.
Not bad.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's terribly
And these
tuned.
penises and weenuses are getting long.
His penis and his weenus are getting long.
I'm a homo.
See, his weenus is getting fat.
His weenus. I hate that fucking word, by the way. It's so
His
dumb.
penis and his weenus
All right, yeah, we got it the first time, yeah.
going long.
We can stop
Park
this.
in my throat.
Please stop.
Please stop.
I love you, Kingston. but
Mr.
leave.
Witten, get him. That's crazy. He's been Last of Us. Oh no, that reminds me of September 11th.
2007.
Yeah, 2007 when that same thing happened to me when I dropped my water bottle. Oh no! Oh jeez!
Oh, Tower, no.
The Duff must go back. Berserker Beetle's big bouncy backside. The Sloker 2, why so derpy? Kingston eating gum fruit and gaining the ability to warp reality with the nonsense he spews. The hard R belongs to the English because we invented racism.
Did you know the planes were a lie? 9/11.
I don't care.
That's why they made that movie Planes.
I don't care. Keep going.
The planes were a lie.
Don't talk about this. Let's keep going. Keep reading names, please.
The perpetrators were actually stomping on the top of the building.
Oh,
They collapsed from the bottom.
that's so fucking crazy. P.P. Jordanson versus Ben Shapinas.
Bitch penis. So stupid.
It is dope. I like it. Oh, I'm Kingston Zed. I'm always just boom boom. Oh. India and Pakistan are fighting again. Call that stench warfare. Goju and Pixelome versus Hasidits. That's a stretch. I can't even imagine how much of a stretch that is. You're fucking elastic the way you're stretching for this. All Gooners fire at will, glaze their Randy rears. Colin Moriarty, Damo Nation. There's canonically Hanar x Asari porn games. That's true. Yeah, there are. There are in the universe because they talk about them at some of the bars.
Right.
Derek, not Chauvin is innocent. # free him. Please read some names in RFK, Trump, and Kingpin voices. Those are all so demanding. RFK in particular is impossible. Like, Jim. There you go.
King of haphazard. Fuck.
Did you see the one? Oh, fuck. Did you see the video of him doing the there was not him doing it, but somebody doing it was somebody doing an impression of like what it's like to date. It's a comedian, Matt Lopez. He's like a fat guy. He's really funny. But he was like he's like dating being the boyfriend of like somebody in RFK's family, and they all talk like that. He's like, what did you have for dinner? It's like, I had this. And then and then it just, all of them. And then he turns to the dog, and the dog goes, bark, bark. Fucking killed me. That guy's hysterical. He does reels. I'm sure you've probably seen him.
Bark.
Bark, bark. The dog too.
That reminds me of that guy that was on Joe Rogan's.
Oh,
making fun of it. Joe, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Like you.
That's not funny.
You
it's like, are you
bitch.
kidding? It's one of the funniest things ever. A brain is rotting in this guy's worm, and he sounds like fucking like a Skeletor smoked.
He's such a bitch, dude. He's such a bitch.
Yeah, that's why I had to move to
fucking
Austin.
So-called comedian. That's
Fucking
not
loser.
funny.
It's not funny.
He fucking
We're in Austin now. It's not funny.
We're in Austin now.
Maybe that flies everywhere else on the planet, but not here where we suck. Austin's so cool, we can't stop talking about how good it is. That's how you know a place is good.
No, it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fucking great. Oh, man.
Fucking good.
Please read some. Yeah, I'm not doing that. It's a lot. Round-eyed Asian plagiarizing small artists on complete accident. Pinky promise. It happens. Gay Dr. House.
Was that a marathon dig?
Probably.
Yeah.
That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, I just found out about that.
Yeah. Gay Dr. House.
I'm still laughing about
good?
the fucking RFK dog.
Oh,
Can't get over that
Bark,
shit.
bark.
Can't get over that shit.
Purr, purr.
Purr. Meow.
Meow, meow.
Squawk.
Meow, meow.
Squawk. Get out of here, crow.
That's crazy. The parrot also sounds like that, but like he can impersonate other people perfectly fine. Like when he's normal, he's like squawk, squawk. But then, but if you say something, he'll be like, "My name is Kingston," because it's a parrot.
And word.
I'm hungry.
Squawk.
Dude, but you have to. I have to hear that actually. Now that I think about it, put a parrot next to RFK. I need to hear what a parrot can determine.
I think it would die. I don't think it would
I feel like I genuinely like I'm actually so fascinated by it. I don't even mean this in like a genuinely, even fans of RFK need to get this to him. Like if you're a fan of RFK, please get a parrot around him any means necessary. Like I need to hear what a parrot's impression of RFK sounds like.
This life isn't real. This isn't real. Just thinking of like his position of power, I'm like, this isn't real.
It's fucking ridiculous. Gay Dr. House-sized beetle.
Nice.
spreading Kingston's ass wider than Goatsy to prepare him for a non-heterosexual prostate inspection. Jar Jar Binks as a slave owner be like Misa Massa.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You cooked with that one, sir. Good job. Jar Jar's the key to all this. Slavery is the key to all this.
Slavery is the key.
If we could just figure out how to justify slavery through Jar Jar, I think we can have a great foundation for a future series.
Badass.
Jar Jar and the slaves.
Jar Jar and the Slave.
I'm working on a
Slave Wars.
Slave Wars. I'm working on a new show called Jar Jar and the Slaves. I think it's gonna be real fucking cool.
You know how they do the title, the opening?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 and it just says
Just
Jar
slaves.
Jar owns slaves, and that's it. I love that.
Jar Jar owns slaves.
I like that you can actually make it easily.
Yeah.
You can easily go home and make that.
Yeah, somebody do that, but instead of the music, use what we just did.
Oh yeah,
As the cover song.
Yeah,
that
do
we
the
just
cover
did.
song so it's it can be easily licensed.
Yeah.
By us, and no problem, no
Yeah.
charge.
You won't get copyright claimed or nothing.
And then just that's it. Jar Jar owns slaves. That's it.
And it needs to trail long. You know what I mean? So like it's on screen for a really long time. And you're waiting for it to.
It's great.
That's beautiful.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema. Gump. All right, Sir Derek, the blowjob queen of Whiterun.
Facts.
Gumping it. I'm gumping it. Oh, Jenny, I'm gumping it. Forrest Gump voice.
Wouldn't she be gumping it?
They're both gumping it to a degree.
So if a slow person is getting laid, they're also gumping it as well. I thought you have to be smashing.
They're being gumped.
A handy. They're being gumped. I'm getting gumped.
It's a bit of a gump.
Jenny.
It's a bit of a gump fecta, if you will.
You're gumping me, Jenny.
You're gumping me, Jenny. I'm gumping you as well.
I'm not. Is it double gumping with Lieutenant Dan?
Like
Like if you do Lieutenant Dan, is it double gumped?
They call it dub gumping.
Because he's like he's missing legs. So is that like does that count?
No, I think he's just crippled.
Right. Is that? But so the handy capable. It's about to. It has to be mental for you to be gumped.
Yes,
Okay.
it needs to be a brain situation.
Gotcha. Okay. So
if you push Lieutenant Dan down an up escalator and didn't rescue him for 2 days.
That's so stupid. So he's just in the loop forever.
Yeah, it's going up, and the thing is, and it adjusts the speed too. So like it's never going the same speed, but it's going fast enough to keep him looping forever.
That's fucking.
There's someone on like a. Like a fucking machine making sure.
Make sure it stays the appropriate speed.
Yeah, if he falls too fast, it will.
That's perfect. So
yeah,
you're now dumb like me too, Lieutenant Dan.
He's beyond. He can't even move. Actually, he's just dead. Basically.
He's a fucking vegetable, and then Gump fucks him.
He's such a vegetable. He's like you could feed him to kids, and they would benefit from it.
It's the only way we can double gump.
Anyway, Odysseus leaking.
I digged up Bubba's corpse and I gave him a Blumpkin.
Shrimp.
That's all right.
Shrimp. Wow.
Oh my dude, a modern Forrest Gump.
Forrest Trump.
I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah,
go pee. Go ahead.
That kind of.
I can't do this.
That totally.
Forrest Trump.
That totally like it defeated.
Life
me.
is like a box of rapists. You never know how bad. You know it'll be bad, but you never know how bad it might be.
I think life like a bag of rapists. You don't know how many are in the bag.
Life is like a bag of criminal offenses.
Yeah. A bunch of illegal browns. You never know when you're gonna round them up and send them to their deaths.
Life is like a
Wrong country. Wrong place.
life is like a gaggle of Mexicans. You never know which one is going to stab you viciously on the subway. and kill you.
That's true. 4 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Jenny, what she doesn't know is I pretended to be retarded and blind so that she would change in front of me. It worked like a charm. That's crazy.
Jenny was a friend of mine. There ain't no motive for this crime because Jenny was a friend of mine.
Oh.
So come on. Uh-oh.
When I was a young boy, my father, he took me into the city and he said, let's go see a marching band, he said. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the brother? The beating of the lamb? Yeah.
Yeah.
Blonde, blue-eyed. We're really fucking tripping with this one.
Yeah, this is
Blonde, blue-eyed German man applying for Sween's position would do the RDJ Tropic Thunder transformation if needed. That'd be interesting. We are looking to hire, clearly.
Yeah, we'll do it. He's gone. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead now. So
gone.
we will audition you, blonde-haired, blue-eyed German man. We'll see how you do.
Sween, how do you feel about you being replaced? Wow. I can't believe you have a degree.
Yeah. You said a whole lot there, sir.
Wow, that's amazing, Kingsman.
You're going to be on Jubilee next.
Yeah. One fucking idiot versus 10 dumb people.
I would watch that entire day.
I'd be curious to see like which one would win.
Yeah.
A fucking idiot or a dumb person.
Or a dumb person.
Like in fight to the death or like in
No, just like in a Jubilee context.
Jubilee. One fucking idiot versus 10 dumb people.
50 sexualized Beatles versus one Kingston.
They're just kissing on you.
Little Beetle kisses.
Yeah. How would you do? How do you think you would do?
Wouldn't do good.
How'd your little pee go?
So it was
a good one?
Yeah.
Did it come out?
Not all of it. But yeah.
Sometimes mine don't come out.
Yeah. Was it finally not red this time?
It's always dark brown.
Oh, it was dark brown.
That is so alarming.
He's always.
You have cancer. You get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's pretty cool. Can I have your salary?
Odysseus leaking his IP, social security number, and Steam password to the Cyclops. That's a crazy fucking thing to say. That's a crazy reference. Woke Marxist Pope. My ass is full of piss. Help. Thugzilla versus Kingston's dad. War of the Batimans. Visualizing the Bastion head Joel I wish to be. Colin Moriarty. Schrodinger's Blumpkin. Oh, it both is and is not gross, I guess. I don't know. Jack WFM. Are you okay? You got your head in your hands like you're fucking depressed.
Schrodinger's Blumpkin is such a sad thing, and I made that happen. I'm really mad about it.
Jack WFM, super ultra mega smart intelligent and clever Beatles going X Games mode against some fascist bug invasions.
Hey.
Now on to page 2.
I'd do that for EDF. Like a version where you play as Beatles now.
Yeah. What?
Awesome.
You know, Earth Defense Force.
Oh,
7?
I didn't know what the acronym stood for. I got confused.
Yeah, number 7.
I thought it was like I thought EDF was like a disease.
Oh,
Like
it sounds like
erectile dysfunction.
America.
Fat.
fat.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Villain maxing because I gomage next year.
Nice,
good job.
Sick.
I would too, I guess.
Me too. Yeah, I guess why not? Yeah, spend your last moments on Earth being a fucking.
When you find out
cruel
what
person.
it is, it's like, oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be careful
I would just come everywhere. Zoom. Like just everywhere.
for your entire last year.
Yeah, just mark my territory. Everybody will remember me.
Everybody will remember you.
as
That's
cum
the
man.
That's the cum man. That's the cum man.
Yeah.
That's the man who cummed on everything.
It's the guy that wore sheets and then came everywhere. He was a cum man.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a KKK suit.
yeah, I say it's sheets, but it's
Yeah, it's
actually
literally-
like
It's a
Klan
Klan
suit.
outfit. And then you're like, what are you doing, Klan? And he busts in your face.
I mean, they kind of do look like cum, don't they?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like
I mean,
sperm?
in the really broad sense.
Yeah.
They're both
Yeah.
white things, I guess.
My favorite, one of my favorite edits is that edit of you know how when Patrick is like a lump of gum
Yeah.
on the bench in that episode. Now giant piles of gum, and it's like really poorly YouTube pooped together, and it's like Patrick, but all the color is washed out of him, so he just looks gray. The cum monster.
I haven't seen that. I need to see that.
It's classic. Colin Moriarty, black boogers be like boogiga, please. White boogers be like, why can't we say boogiga? I thought you people wanted equality.
Oh my god.
Ridiculous. I like Legos. Big meaty stinks. Canola Joe oiling up his 3 favorite boys. Canola Joe is an awesome character.
Awesome name.
That's a great. That's Canola Joe for you. He's slipping and sliding all over the goddamn
Always
place.
trying to get inside of something he shouldn't be in.
Good old Canola Joe.
Can't keep him out of anything, though.
He's always slippery.
Slipper.
Oh man, Boogie Woogie Batty Bugle Boy, Dandy Andy, the leader of the Spider Fucker Party, Big Dick Green Goblin, be like, hung am I?
That's
Stupid. Oh my god. Under the bridge downtown is where I blew some thugs. Heath, what is it? Heath Big Bad Beetleborg Smoker Smoking Kingston. Colin Moriarty, Gids, Devil May Come. They think I got testicular cancer because it's abnormal the way my sack growing. Blasting hall-sized jisms at 5,000 PSI. I love my spicy tweet. You dirty island savages. Dave Blunt's stage dive tsunami. Jack the Blumpkin King. That's crazy.
Jack the Blumpkin King's good. I don't know why I never thought of that.
Yeah, that's crazy, actually. And Jack.
He rises out the water by someone
Blumpkin
sucking his dick. He rises out the
He
water.
rises out of a
and he's
toilet.
Shitting, he's shitting
yeah.
and getting a blowjob. And he's like...
So just going to town on him.
He rises out when he rises out of that water, it's a giant toilet. And
No,
all
he's
the people-
on the toilet. He's on the toilet.
No, he has to come out of it.
I think you have to Blumpkin. You have to be on the toilet or you're getting a Blumpkin.
So does he
Whatever.
rise out of like nothing? So he's just sitting on a
he's-
toilet.
So no. So he's in the pond.
He's in a
Little,
he's on the toilet, but he's emerging out of an
Out
even
of a
bigger
bigger
toilet.
Just getting fucking thrown and
Yes.
he's shitting like crazy.
Yeah, the shit sound effects is just barely is just only a little bit lower than his actual voice. The fucking echoes from the
You
bowl.
hear it slapping the back of the bowl. He's shitting so hard.
That's so fucking
and he's
crazy.
he's getting topped off crazy by the fucking mayor.
While you're hearing that music that you were just doing.
We boys and girls of Beverly. Jack the Blumpkin King. That's an iconic creation.
Imagine listening to this. Imagine driving to
see
work
that.
or whatever.
You're doing it in a major key somehow.
I can't do it in a minor key. I don't know how.
It's minor. Dude, I love that fucking. I love that music and that song and that movie. So like thinking about this is really vivid. It's really fucking vivid in my head.
I need to watch it again. It's been years for me.
I am the
getting
guy shitting right in your face.
I'm on the guy on the toilet at night getting thrown in while I take a big shite.
So stupid. God damn.
That'd be insane. That'd
Fucking
be
terrible show.
That'd be such a
stupid
beautiful.
show.
That'd be such a beautiful thing to see.
It would be a beautiful. It's a shame. It's a shame.
The same people respect art too much to fucking completely ruin it.
Disney's The Gay Family. They'll make you want to fuck them. Kevin Durant's feet. I glued my balls to my butthole again.
Oh, damn, classic problem.
Very cool.
Okay, Dad. Damn it, Bobby! I glued my scrotum to my sphincter yet again.
Not again, Dad.
Not again, Dad.
Every time I shit, I have a vacuous asshole, so my balls get sucked up into my asshole every time I finish shit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Bobby, my asshole is so cavernous and open that it whistles all the time.
If you yell down my asshole, hear echo 4 times.
I yelled into my asshole. I said, hello. And it said, goodbye.
Damn, that's deep.
That's 2-sentence horror story.
That's deep.
That's one of those 2-sentence horror stories that everybody talks about. It's like the last man on earth was sitting in a room. He heard a knock at the door. You know, it's like one of them.
And you're like, what?
Have you ever looked up those like awful 2-sentence horror stories?
I have not.
Oh, have you seen them?
I've seen
Dude,
one that was crazy.
It might be my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because it's
saw
like,
one that was really bad. Do
you remember what it was?
Yeah, it's the slurs.
Okay.
yeah,
I don't know if
slurs.
it's the same thing he's
No,
talking
it
about.
was. No, it was. It was a 2
it was, but it sounds like a lazy
Was it
fucking
like-
version.
It was on Reddit. and
The Chinese Chinaman did Chinese things.
It was like voting N-words, and it was like, this is crazy. I was crying when I read it, though. I was crying when I read it. I was like, this is hilarious.
You know what I keep thinking about? That video I sent you where somebody modded in that Major League Baseball where it just said it's just the hard R on the team, and that black dude who's playing against it, and he's just disappointed. He's just actually bothered by the team that has the uniforms that just say hard R on it.
We gotta report this guy, man.
It's so funny. I think about that
I
every once
saw
in a while.
something bananas recently. I don't remember what it was. Did I show you guys the Game & Watch thing where the guy was so black?
Yeah.
He was
We talked about it on the last episode.
so quick to dismiss it.
We did because we talked about it. The Game & Watch guy.
Yeah.
SJ
we did.
SJ Kingston's dad got me down bad. He's all I want. Make my tongue a skid pad. Kingston, can't you see your daddy's got something else?
Something else.
It cuts off, or there's
Dad
something.
has
Yeah.
got me down bad. Is that it?
Yeah.
It's the greatest song about Kingston's by Fountains of Wayne, or what's her name?
Fountains of Gain.
Of Gain. I read something like Fountains of Wayne or something like that.
Fuck you! I'm paying my TV license, bitch. Mr. Pants, it me, Kingston's dad. I'm a gay little beetle now. Fuckface Unstoppable Cardboard Pie, Martin DeFartin.
Cool.
Cinnamon Toast Cock. Jolly Old Dipshit, Ace of Parades. Plane Crashed in Head, Richie Valens. Pacers, Devil Magic made New York collapse like never before.
That was crazy. But New York came back.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. They fucking won that game somehow.
Came back
Who
yesterday.
won?
New York.
New York.
Who?
Knicks.
The New York Knicks. The Knickerbockers.
They came back. They came back storming. Karl Anthony Towns, the super zesty dude.
Oh, really?
Love that guy.
He's really talented, man.
He's my favorite player to watch because there's too many because NBA and hip hop culture are entwined. So it's all about like, except for like pop rap.
Yeah,
you gotta be hard, right?
Bouncing the balls.
And so all of those dudes are always trying to be hard and shit. And I'm like, he grew up with probably like a dozen sisters or something. So he's super flamboyant and super like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I want more of that. I want more like just real shit. Like seeing some niggas that are just like,
Let me tell you.
As if.
Bouncing a ball.
yeah.
So I like bouncing a rhyme.
What can I throw at him? I don't know.
You looking for a gun?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
throw,
pulled the
I was gonna
trigger
throw
and
a
throw it
gun
at
at
the
you.
same
I was
time.
gonna throw.
That's
I was gonna
dire.
curve the bullet into myself.
Bricked up beetle on the hunt for a dripping wet Argonian slit to bungee jump into.
Oh,
Pee Wee Herman be like, I'm still dead.
still dead.
Gay Tobias Forge be like, what is this?
Oh,
Love rockets shot right in between your eyes.
Tobias Ford's singer of or the guy of Ghost.
Oh.
He's the main guy.
Trend to Kingston's dad. Michael Vick fights Crypto the Superdog and beats him badly. Beetle Moriarty sucking himself off at speeds equivalent to a GIF.
Whoa.
Gay little Beetle fervently gobbling a throbbing pee-pee, getting hard as stone, knowing Kingston is mad at me. Search Peter Lorre fish battle. Fun fact: dentist can tell if you suck dick. I can't drown my semen. They know how to swim.
How to swim.
Big gay beetle guzzling cum like it's sugar water. Smitchy the kid. Bam is shitting. Watch Mojo's top 10 movie theaters for mass shooting. Yeah. Number 1. Your one.
Your house.
You. Your living room.
I was like, what?
Excuse me? And then you hear immediately after that.
That's a scary. That's a 2-sentence horror story right
Just
there.
knocking violently, and you know you just got an Amazon package, and it's a good one. So you gotta I gotta figure this out.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I gotta figure this out. This is really.
I
cool.
ain't figuring that shit out. What are you talking about?
You look outside, it's nighttime, even though it's 4 p.m.
It's 10 a.m. and it's bright.
It's 10 a.m. and it's dark as sin.
It's dark only in the front of your house, though.
I'm going
You
to
look out
sleep.
the side window and it's regular light.
That would really fuck me up. That would Truman Show me, I think.
It's all a game.
That was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Calm Moriarty, post clarity nut. Jesus Christ.
On to page 3.
From Hell's Heart, I come at thee. Star Coffee, Colin Moriarty, Yush. Republicans be hacking through Medicaid like a Hutu through a Tutsi. I don't even know what that is.
It's African.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what a Hutu is at all. Fuck.
Really? You don't? But you're African. You should know everything.
I'm not technically.
You should
I'm
know
so
everything.
removed.
So am I.
I wish I knew exactly where I was from because, I want to get it. I don't want to choose the wrong culture to embrace. Because, dude, that fucking DNA shit was you're probably Cameroonian. And then, you look back years later and it's you're probably Nigerian. I was like, see, what if I would have gotten into Cameroonian shit and then I would have to abandon it and burn all my Cameroonian stuff?
I'm Black American diaspora. Oh, I got nowhere to go back to. Oh,
I'm 50.
Oh, so
I'm
sad.
actually 45% Cantalopian.
Oh,
Can I eat you?
No.
You should.
Then why would you tell me
Because
that?
this is where the place that cantaloupes are from. We call them cantaloupes in the same way that we call those burritos, because they're from Burrito, Mexico.
From burrito, Mexico. So stupid. I mean, Chihuahua,
literally,
It's not really that far-fetched, I guess.
Far-fetched, I get it.
Burrito means little donkey, right?
It means my ass.
It's fucking
Does it?
yeah.
What does donkey mean?
No.
Burro is donkey.
No, what does donkey mean?
What does donkey really mean?
I'm a gay little beetle Sagan. I'm a little gay beetle Sagan, and I'm about to pierce my cummy little beetle dick into this corpulent bastard's neck. Straight big beetle doing completely normal things. Craig the Canadian. I also saw Esquia's big penis and said, ew. It's your boy Shawnee D. I have transformed into the ginger version of Colin Moriarty. Cumshot Gaming TM.
Oh, yeah.
At Grok, is this true?
That's such a... I like how fucking that's everywhere now.
Yeah.
No matter where I go, at Grok. Outside of Twitter, at Grok
At
is this
Grok,
true.
read this for me. That's what we're getting at this point. Cerberus Agent 267, Snark Tank Podcast number 1, January 12th, 2014. We are born of the cum, made men by the cum, undone by the cum. Our urethras are yet to open. Fear the spoiled cum. You like my newscast
Very cool.
delivery? I think it works.
I think that's from
Very good.
fucking Bloodborne.
No, it's from the news.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Tonight,
What, you think it was an impression of Father Glasgow?
Cummimon joins the hunt.
Coming on,
I think it's a Ludwig. It's one of Ludwig's sermons.
Ludwig. It's actually pronounced Ludwig, you fucking German.
Yeah, Ludwig, you fucking nit.
Get away from him.
Niger.
You knife.
That's so stupid.
That's how you say it.
I believe that.
I
but,
am from Nigeria, and we need another G though.
Oh, that's crazy.
They took our G away.
They took our G away.
I am from Nigeria, and I am
The
very
white man
sad.
stole our.
Nigeria.
They stole our G.
They stole our G.
Is Niger near Nigeria? I don't remember.
Huh?
Is Niger near Nigeria? I think it is, right?
Yeah,
Right? Isn't
it's
it
not.
right
It's not that far. No, they're not that far away.
Right?
Yeah, it's like Western South Virginia.
Western South
Sure.
Virginia.
They stole our G and put it in. They made fuel out of our G and turned it into supplement fuel.
This is
West
not right.
Virginia.
This is not okay.
This is not okay at all.
Arnold, you have to help them.
You have to help them
Get the Jeep back.
Arnold, you have to turn Niger into the N-word, Arnold.
You have to. That's his mission. If a bunch of male geese descended on a female one and frame it, is it technically a gaggle rape and not a gang rape? Oh, that's true. Because a gaggle of geese, that's what a group of
geese is a
it's a gaggle rape is insane.
What is a group of black people called? Let me see what that is.
I think
my
it's-
God.
Don't look that up.
Pretty sure Mel Gibson already said
pack,
that.
yeah,
It's a pack. I uncancelable. I love that.
It's called an impunctual of black people.
Is there any other celebrity that can say to somebody they hope they get raped by a pack of N-words
Uh,
and not be thrown
aside
into
from
oblivion?
Mel Gibson
Yeah.
and Kingston's dad, no, I don't.
Yeah, any other A-list celebrities like Kingston's dad and Mel Gibson? No.
Kingston's dad was in that movie The Jerk with Steve Martin.
He was in The Jerk.
Yeah.
He was in Jumanji.
He was in Jumanji.
He was the main villain.
Yeah, he wanted it to be called Jumanji, but like,
They were like,
but the studio was
Hey,
like,
wait a
I don't know, man.
I don't think you should call it that. That's actually a
I don't
little
think you
bit
should call it
bad.
that. In the original script, it's not a stampede of zoo animals. It's a stampede of Jews. it's
So negroid, less commonly called a congloid.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That says that?
Congoloid, yeah.
A congloid?
that's advanced racist. That I almost appreciate.
That is a
Because
level.
that is
Honestly, racial
crazy.
grouping in various people of indigenous Africa, South Africa.
That is
South
Kingston's
areas
dad level of
with the
racism.
stretch of the South Saharan desert.
I don't think
West
I would have
African
ever
areas.
guessed that. A
Oh, hey.
congloid?
Look at these fucking congloids.
That is crazy.
There's a bunch of fucking congloids over here, eh?
But also isolated to parts of Southeast Asia, negritos.
Oh, yeah, where the Spanish were.
That's the Spanish, yeah.
Negrito.
A term derived from not as
Oh,
Pinche
yeah.
negro.
Oh yeah, come on.
Oh, yeah. Narco.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyone
jacked
that
off.
calls you negro is respectful. They call black people merenos. They don't call you. They don't say negros.
Yeah,
That's
my
like-
friend's mom just calls me negro, but she also calls her husband that because he's dark Mexican. So he's
Yeah,
negro
it's
too.
a term of endearment.
Literally,
It's not-
sometimes.
What is the word you said?
Huh?
What is the word you said? The real-
Morenos?
Morenos?
That technically means browns.
That's what you call them?
I mean, no,
What do you call a pack
See,
of
I
N-words?
call them people.
that's cool. I'm calling for your assassination.
Fine.
Oh,
I'll do it.
oh, curious.
Jacked off 5. That's great. Throw the camera.
Fucking hard. You throw it hard from that position. You have like an unbelievable technique.
It's like the Spider-Man 2 tentacle scene where like the POV like jacked off 590 times in 2024. Yes, I kept track. For turning Sween into a ginger, Lily has her revenge by lacing JoJo and Derek's lube with LSD. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Beetle Moriarty. Have you guys ever heard?
Don't want to jack off anymore. Stop.
Do it, nigga.
Do it now, nigga.
Have you guys heard
Jerk
Paul
your dick,
Anka
jerk your
covering
dick.
"Smells Like Teen Spirit" and Black Hole Sun? Look it up; it's real. I don't know who this
Who?
guy is. I don't know
Who?
who Paul Anka is.
Paul, yeah, I don't know who that is. Black homo
I've heard-
son.
If I had Doc Ock's arms, I'd be
Drake, my
doing
cum.
fuck shit without those arms.
I
Dude,
used to- I
one
used
would
to
be in my
tweet
ass
about
the
that.
entire time.
Spinning.
Constantly milking my prostate. The other one would be jacking me off constantly.
Yeah,
The other one would be robbing people.
yeah. And the other one would be latching onto the ceiling and swaying me back and forth.
Yeah. I swear back and
I'm
grabbing wallets.
I'm just laid there, fucking display while I'm getting jacked off by a fucking goblin. It's holding a fleshlight, jacking me off as I'm just there, fucking half conscious, just elated.
Don't you think
Kingston-
he should have been naked if he felt so superior? Like, doesn't clothes kind of hide you? Like,
What are you talking
about? Otto Octavius. Like,
You think he should be naked,
Yeah,
like a real octopus?
yeah. I think he should he became so superior with his tentacles
Right.
and so arrogant. I feel like clothes is kind of and beneath him.
Well, that's actually that's based off of he's based off of a real different species of octopus that also wears a trench coat and sunglasses.
Damn, man, it's always something.
They think of everything. These
It's
guys.
like they always consult these marine biologists. that
Exactly.
way, so-
Every time. They absolutely consult the scientists every time they make a character like that.
You
God,
gotta
Dagan
make sure
Moriarty-
Green Goblin's inclusive.
Dagan Moriarty, Kingston's Beetle Dad, being the true final boss of Hollow Knight. Obi, won't you blow me? Waiting for Sween's hunting tier. I want his pelt. Colin Moriarty, Kremlin to Gremlin. Molesting Sweeney's taint for his One Piece takes.
I just think the One Piece is boring when it focuses on the main crew.
Oh, so he's like mad. He's probably a big fan. I get it.
Yeah, he probably should kill himself.
He's probably just making a joke. Come Ichiwa, a 9th level wizard evocation spell, Ichicolon, scabbing up my dick to make it bigger is crazy. Radiohead.
Ew.
That's insane. Radiohead, everything is in the right place tune. Yesterday I woke up sucking a penis.
It's crazy.
Interesting.
You woke up and you were already sucking it.
Yeah, it wasn't even attached to nobody. That was just crazy.
Is that not like rape at its purest form?
Well, it wasn't attached to nobody.
Isolated penis. Gotcha. That's not that bad.
It's one of those. Yeah.
It happens.
It's a roving penis. Okay.
Isolated incident of an isolated penis.
Yeah, sometimes you see them, whatever. Black Gay Son, won't you come and blast away my ass by Pound Garden, Kingston's dad's favorite song. Papini Brothers, Jeffrey Epstein's in the Minecraft movie. Be like, I am Steen. Donk Donkerson, the colon swinging slasher. I forget I always make my name something fucking stupid for this podcast until I comment on a different page. PP Kingston's gay beetle dad. You should do an extra ammo about the book Blood Meridian. It's one of the best knockbacks. Plus the semi-illiterate has already read it. The semi-illiterate has already read it. Me Be Fishy, a dumb lesbian bitch. Malformed gay little beetle nuzzling up against Kingston's nutsack until it starts oozing cum out of its pores.
Whoa.
John Strickland, that's exactly how it works, by the way. You got a great grasp on biology with that one. John Strickland, Merck's 1889. The gentleman plays it where it lies. The First Church of Colleen Moriarty, touching Kingston every time he looks obese. That's crazy. Nostalgia critic Brap lover. What is Brap?
I don't know.
Do you know what Brap is?
No. It's consult Galgal.
I keep seeing that around. I don't know what the fuck it is. Pre-Roz, Blake896. Last page, and then we're fucking out of here.
Hey.
I got Lockjaw doing graveyard shifts at the dick sucking factory.
I love that.
And all I got was Lockjaw, as previously mentioned. Autistic Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat on the short bus. That's crazy. Demon Days is now officially 20 years old. That's goopy. Some Asshole That I Used to Know by Goatsy. Come On Eileen.
Nice.
By Dexy's Midnight Runners. Shot Young Beetle.
Shot Young Beetle.
Gay Musical Youth. Pass the Bussy. Nicky Ziggy. Fermented Pygmy. I wasn't expecting the last party member of Expedition 33 to just be Quentin Tarantino.
That's crazy.
That game would fall apart so quick. That would be my least favorite game of the year. I think
he would like stop everything because he wouldn't stop touching Luna's feet.
He would stop asking. Hey,
I literally put a soda on her that she has clothes on her feet.
He's like, where are all the? He shows up. He's like, hey, where are all the N-words at?
For no reason.
You know,
he thinks Monoko's black.
I mean,
I wish. I don't think so. I don't think.
He's not black. Really.
I don't think that he. You know. No, because I can't say what I want to say. It's a light spoiler.
Oh yeah, it's a spoiler alert that he's black.
I think it was a little sad that there was a handful of black people. They're gone.
A black guy died saving lives.
There are no black.
And the guy he died saving dies.
You know what's crazy? The anti-woke people that were, of course, they didn't play it because they were like, oh, why are there black people in this French thing? And I was like, oh, this dude doesn't even know. This dude, he'd probably be happy if he knew. Like, oh, there ain't no, because it's no spoiler. You know who your cast is. Like, if you just look, if you're interested in the game, you can see who the people are, the characters. So you know there is no main character that is a Negroid, right? And so, but like
we get a Romani, we get an Asian, and then a bunch of whites.
Well, it is France, so it's all right. But the whites,
CL.
Oh, I forgot.
She's a Romani person.
I guess I barely saw her.
She's so overpowered, it's crazy.
She's barely a person to me.
She's good.
She's overpowered.
She's good. I just don't like tarot cards, so I was like, get the fuck out, get out of my face.
Yeah, the tarot card thing killed it for me. I was like, no, that's okay. I've been here
so
before.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. But I did like she was the only one that was kind of at least like
she's the easiest,
available.
She's the easiest to sleep with.
She's available. She was available.
I guess
because nobody else is.
True. Fermented pygmy.
Except for Esquier,
SK,
you can pound his ass. It's pretty cool.
Fucking Escape feels so wrong.
Oh, wee.
Oh, too much. Ooh.
That he comes wine.
He comes wine.
I wasn't expecting the last party member. Okay, I read that. N-word, F slur. The Illuminate can save Super Israel. That's right. I gotta jump back into Helldivers. They got that new map that looks fucking crazy cool. It's like a proper city. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly brave. Jews in cars getting coffee. What?
What about cum divers?
Ooh, you have a great idea here. Let's fund it. Let's throw all of our life savings into cum divers, guys.
Setting a meeting with those arrow dudes or whatever the fuck they are.
Oh, Arrowhead.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
and that straight face. Have you guys considered making a spin-off cum diver? I can't even say.
And they shoot you. They kill you. They kill you right there.
You're Arrowhead. I come into the office.
Yeah. How you doing though? So what pitch do you have?
So listen, I have a great idea. I don't know if you guys have thought about this yet. I have to imagine that you have. Because it's in some sense it's like obvious.
Okay.
But so we have Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is a massive success, obviously. You guys are doing really well with that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, whatever. I think a great idea would be a spin-off. I know that you don't want to stay with Sony, so you want to do your own thing next.
Yeah.
May I suggest cum divers? Just straight.
Don't hand it to you.
I think it's brilliant.
I just love the idea of it's so super serious the entire time.
Yeah. And then he completely dismisses him. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right.
I like him walking out the room.
I
Then a little slit opens, and then a really upset bear comes in.
This is my pitch bear.
This is my pitch bear.
He accompanies me on all my pitches to make sure he keeps me on my toe. So the philosophy behind the pitch bear, for those of you in the room who I'm pitching to right now who might be concerned about it, is the reason I bring the bear in me with all my pitches is because sometimes it can be nervous. You can be nervous giving a pitch, but that's a dumb thing to be nervous about. I choose to be nervous about a genuinely scary thing, which is a bear in my vicinity who's not treated very well and is very hungry. So if I'm worried about the bear, I don't have time to get in my head about the pitch and worry about the pitch. So this is my strategy for keeping and I've gotten everything pitched this way.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I have a bomb strapped to your dad on 5th Street, and I have a bomb strapped to your mom on 8th. And you have 2 minutes to go say one of them.
That's
What the fuck?
I'm still kind of worried about the bear primarily. That's a wild response.
Go say one of them.
Do you think that's a valid strategy, though, to have something that you're more worried about so that the...
No!
In a certain context, I got nothing, actually.
Please read the name. Get this over with.
Dog the Beetle Humper. Aetherian needs help lowering his weapons in Halo 3. Penis, Nate from Memphis one, and rounding out our list. The King of Haphazard. But I think we should talk more about this pitch.
I think we need another hour.
Yeah, I think we can do another hour.
Yeah, we need to break our record. What the hell?
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to this fucking garbage. We'll see you again next week on an episode of the Snark Tank Podcast, the only show where Mr. Wynn doesn't stand a chance. Goodbye, guys. Patreon.com/Snark Tank. All that shit. Get the fuck out of here.
You can offer me a diamond-plated pearl. You can send me all the riches in the world. Oh God! No, Mark!
Arnold!
No,
Arnold! Hell, Arnold!
Oh, no! Oh, you!